is going to do is not available in Ghana, or it is a priority course where we do not have enough capacity to train students. And so those are the principles that we look at. I mean, if you want to do an MBA, there are so many schools doing MBA in Ghana today. Why should somebody go abroad to go and do an MBA and be paid for by Ghanaian taxpayers' money? If you want to go and do a Harvard MBA, for heaven's sake, pay for it yourself. And so we must stick by the rules and regulations for which scholarships are awarded. For instance, in our time, we gave a lot of scholarships to go to Scotland. Many Ghanaian students went to Scotland because we had started the beginning of oil production, and we did not have enough expertise in oil production. And so in the 4 years that I was in office, actually in the 8 years from Professor Mills's time, we skewed a lot of the scholarships to students who were going to learn petroleum sector, oil management, accounting, oil sector law, and so on and so forth. And there are many students who got those scholarships and are back here in Ghana and working. And so we must draw the lines. We must have a minister like Nana Jenopoku-Agyeman who will make sure that the scholarships we are being given are for scholarships that are relevant to the human resource development of this country. And again, the scholarships must go to underprivileged people, young people who come from backgrounds that do not have the capacity to sponsor them. And so again, the social construct of the person's origin should be taken before a scholarship is given. I mean, there are many of us who can afford to pay the fees of our children if we decide that they should go to university abroad. And so we have no business going to the scholarship secretariat and asking for scholarships for our children. And so we will have a person superintending the scholarship secretariat that will make sure that the guidelines are implemented and that those getting the scholarships are deserving of those scholarships. The basic principle that underlies scholarships is that, one, the course the student is going to do is not available in Ghana, or it is a priority course where we do not have enough capacity to train students. And so those are the principles that we look at. I mean, if you want to do an MBA, there are so many schools doing MBA in Ghana today. Why should somebody go abroad to go and do an MBA and be paid for by Ghanaian taxpayers' money? If you want to go and do a Harvard MBA, for heaven's sake, pay for it yourself. And so we must stick by the rules and regulations for which scholarships are awarded. For instance, in our time, we gave a lot of scholarships to go to Scotland. Many Ghanaian students went to Scotland because we had started the beginning of oil production, and we did not have enough expertise in oil production. And so in the 4 years that I was in office, actually in the 8 years from Professor Mills's time, we skewed a lot of the scholarships to students who were going to learn petroleum sector, oil management, accounting, oil sector law, and so on. Policies. Yes, and he mentioned one. You bring a new curriculum. The children have no textbooks in basic school for the last 4 years, and you think that giving pre-tertiary students laptops, tablets, is more important. Of course, everybody knows the political expediency. The pre-tertiary students are going to register in May because some of them would be coming 18 years and above. Some are 18 already, and they are going to be the ones voting. So this is a gift to entice them to vote for the current government. Otherwise, if you are using 1.3 billion cedis to give pre-tertiary students laptop, our priority would have been different. There are other things begging for funding in our educational system than those laptops. But it's a bribe for them to vote for this government. But, I mean, the children do not exist in isolation. They live in households and families. Some of them, parents are those who were working in the banking sector that you cruelly closed 9 indigenous banks and threw them all out onto the street. Bankers have become Uber drivers. Those are the same people whose children are in pre-tertiary education. So you think if you give his child a tablet, the child will vote for you after what you have done to their parents? Most of those children go home and their parents struggle to put a meal on the table for them because of your poor mismanagement of this economy. And you think that just giving the child a tablet is enough to buy their conscience to vote for you? I don't think so. The children should take the tablets, but they should remember that we cannot stand another 4 years of this poor driver Banza and his policies. Yes, and he mentioned one. You bring a new curriculum, the children have no textbooks in basic school for the last 4 years, and you think that giving pre-tertiary students laptops, tablets, is more important. Of course, everybody knows the political expediency. The pre-tertiary students are going to register in May.
A big thank you to slow down. It's not too 5 music. That's right. First like I say, Emma Kwesi Swat, Utie Numen Samoa, Obin Cantrausa, Omano Etase, ye near a year. Na ye near here, Sabita Fracture, and ye near Efeta and Cote. Young Cow say you stream live our Facebook here on Accra1005 FM. Midin Adinana Utu Dako Rahim. Javanos, I see you to Dako. Greetings from Ablekuma. Greetings, sir. Isaac Denny, I say good afternoon, Nana. NDC all the way. 2024, no size. 24-hour economy is coming in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Mefa Kwanya Wesu Enchia, the parliamentary candidate. Or say, obey a member of parliament come 2024 elections. Ama a year 1 award, Domi Kwabena, about 2 MPs. A year honorable, Eleclim Akrugu. Honorable, Eleclim Akrugu. Coming member of parliament 2024 on the ticket of NDC. Domi Kwabena, watch out for honorable Eleclim Akrugu. Baba Rufai, and so I join here. The message na I say good afternoon family. Voting this wicked corrupt government out of office is national service for each and every Ghanaian. Okay, so Nana Kofi Ahen sends this one. I say good afternoon Chairman Uchudako. Greetings from Awushi. Shout out to all Akim Odan and NDC members. Still JM Beba Ubiabwa Eyezu Eyeza. Kwajofiagbe utemuze ni messages needed or take over. John Geja or say the man with a lot of vision. Anthony Pakalote sends in a thumbs up. Okay, lucrative Nuna CK or say more fire. I see a lot of Ija down there. Okay, Kennedy Ajeti or say I love you too much Utudako. Okay, so a lot of messages there. Gusude Baba Yenni Sankomwe and then Mama Kwam Kwacha Tenasina. So a prophet me because then issues regarding LGBT. Now I had hope say na now the Dankwa Kufad free me krum or chime. Now His Royal Majesty a year or chine a your sergeant for what you for penning think on your bunusona your body a cohen to my dear. Now Nana Kufad free a mamre fee. Ni mamania sawa chini obia onwane papa babe di o my way so that there. I was thinking sir, when it comes to issues of culture and customs and kami urakura ne bedi kan agiatu eti those times I come kwachim producer catch them say na no to that I am telling you on authority say na now to dan kwa kufado and sign anti-gay bill e ya kan mra sebedwam Diatum, Diakotu, or Mampenianim. Now, according to Bediatuo, or Mampenian Sanka, and I'm here is a parliament. As yet, Trocrata, Bedia to say, Wamun da, parliament will be ready. and a day will be ready in Parliament in submitting the bill to the president, whatever comininis. But the point is that now I was thinking, say, as Achenkwa wunum blame dear, and could be on from Amre Fiedi and can another done Kwakufado. What Ghanaians have been clamoring for, and Kadon Sasha here. But the best in there, Nana-Akufo-Addo has proven, sir, what the politics saying, sir, or do amamre. Nana-Akufo-Addo has proven to Ghanaians, sir, yang Ghana for yesu no, enye na edisu. Si ebe disabita frache se be kudo nto ye turum na abrofui edisika popoto in dollars abeta ho no anya bia dia hwe. Mama Rebecca na busua, Akufo-Addo is okay. Akufo-Addo doesn't care jack about the customs, the traditions of our country. He doesn't care about any culture of this country. Enunti na minianom besi na Akufo-Addo fan essentials here. We do Facebook ashema. And it is not surprising to some extent because there have been other bills. They say sir anti-witchcraft bill. Akufo-Addo anima besi na onsa. Apart from that, say sabita fracha sabia kudonto. Say na no dan Akufo-Addo yebeka say bia. Wakwa nim e won fiem. Enunti o yade arefie yade. Enunti o ha na no refi no ho. Anase sa odone opepa ye nyama o man no Akufo-Addo ni bia. What about Dr. Bawumia? The reason why your vice president or nim nyansa ne say sabita fracha sabia kudonto sabi mpanyimfo anim so man panini chimia vice president no de nyansa koba no. That is why we pick a wise vice president. But mama manin kwa yes say Ghana Ford bin mo be jina ba bia ka say sabio your man penny and then the vice president if you nyansa woni bi. I'm not saying they don't have, but sometimes the one panyimfo bi act to okromadom de ekrofo betima tro manhwe ba bi a conclude. I don't want certain things to be said of my president. I don't want certain to be said of my vice president. But a total be actions speak louder than words. Because mentiasie. Se pesine adia Ghana for nyechiri. Ghana for do ni nyina against homosexuality. And in any case, look at the number of religions I war memo. Not a single religion. What Ghana and a say what you trumutu atum. Is it Shintoism? Is it Hinduism? Is it Akanka? Hare Krishna for the Jitumwana? Islam Jitrumututum? Christianity? Yajitrumututum? Nanamusum, one Jitrumututumwana. So one joining one religion, you joining the other. And almost all of us, look, Akufo-Addo so a Christian. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so a Muslim. Sankro from your new and a D and kind. Mate, and let's get this tape played. You have a tape way. Owura Bawumia during the Eid festivals. Kujra is a commercial pattern baby. Kokan say, for the first time in a very long while. Your born, no born, say he should state his position. Afraid he was stating the position. And the position is said, on Jitrumutuntum. But really, okay, young answer. Maybe say, yet here we are, that we know what to do. But over to about Facebook, on Accra1005 FM. And then more videos be videos especially on the performance track, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to personally comment on the raging issue of LGBTQ in Ghana. First of all, it is important to note that our cultural and societal norms and values as Ghanaians frown on the practice of homosexuality. Furthermore, as a Muslim, my view on this matter aligns with the position of my religious faith.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
The Holy Quran is replete with verses frowning on LGBTQ acts, including same-sex marriages. My faith is therefore very strictly against the practice of homosexuality. Allah. No ifs or buts, no shades of grey. Therefore, I personally cannot support that which my religion, and indeed all major religions in Ghana, as well as our societal norms and values, clearly and unequivocally forbid. All the major religious traditions in Ghana, Christianity and Islam, are opposed to this practice. And I stand opposed to it now, and I will stand opposed to it as president, inshallah. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to personally comment on the raging issue of LGBTQ in Ghana. First of all, it is important to note that our cultural and societal
100.5
norm.
Ghana for air cancer away between a to keke. And now presently, Ghana 4%. Omudu omunsa eshe emra nase. And now I'm the bill and say, man better name. And I heard a brother shouting, Allahu Akbar. You see, Obi Dada will say, Obi Dada will say, clear lights or turn through. Or Dada will say, because ordinary neka, but it's him and yes, I know. You are in government as the second most important person in Ghana. You are going to be president. Dabio, July is it 12th? Dabena Atamos Kono Krechino, Menkabushia Yao, a radin so far the Kresi. Dan when a baby, John Dramani Mahama, address Kwabena as vice president. On himself for fear, but to a 10-year garden abam, Obra Mahama Eberfieno, no new vice president, no a president of the Republic of the country. Manusha Suminem. But the point I am making is a radin pengu. On Frank Quetchly, Namum Sananaku for the top from there, you are the next president of the country. Adamukasia Hui and Kosrana. To be a bit more dad and Wokrom, and you could clearly see, say, as someone Rabamia Kano, and in the trim, I want to look at and Yaya Dia Coscu a Cassia Gene include. Yaya Dia Coscu a Cassia Gene. Yaya Radjama and Mijama and Yansa. We do not massage logic in some of these things. I'm not sure Chris or not trust Adiano. Obisa garbage or Tilakuna trauma and the intimate. But it's sad. It is so sad in this country. Now, let me say this and say it once and categorical. Near Ghana, Fope, or Rabamia, and your profuno have a cultural opposition. Sir, all support to gays and now support to gays. We know Sadia we and full respect. And I only Nana Kufado my one was set things to be Nana Kufado Trasa. Hey, Okwako can't send me gumiso. Side of my press. Okwako can't send me gumiso. Magana phone you know who say. Minama saw mine. It's in near Ghana for any ninja. Oka, you gumiso as a Kufado. Because when him say me a Kufado men contested him. So me I was not surprised that Nana Dankwa the coach in parliament. Eka said the back stops with the president. Of course we know. Said the back stops with the president. But if the back stops with you, the president, a ban is saying no rubber me on no so a mate. And near my and your papa dear was so a mate in Tindono or yeah in insane movie. And so near my papa said digitalization there or no mate no so no jify on yeah. Now mate, una bet my son me. When you know say the back stops with the driver, the president, because you say your dream had sasawa. Dream say sabita fracho be a Jimmy Kroma. Dream say bimu nyini. Eti you bet my fine fella. Eti wakoko jina saw them. I saw them all. I who no tantro. I saw them. Dabio, do you think Allah is a small God? Mikura minya Muslimini, meaning how powerful Allah is. Did I say Allah Akbar Allah? What you can trust say manifest Allah Akbar? What can trust say manifest Allah Akbar? Because if indeed he means what he said, why has he not compelled the president to sign? So Rabamia, Ejidi says, Sasam no can, if Nakumamua, I didn't know using authority as vice president of the land and as advisor to Nanado Danko Kufado. What are they hiding? What are they afraid of? You Jimbacho San Fatumubim. Fatumubim. Ebiana Feno Biaba. Vive upon my own message. Was sending a door. Musume Tawara. Alhaji Azuma Zaid. Was a good job. Keep it up. Ejuma de Ensha. Ahead of the 2024 elections. A fan Yabe Ejuma. Where comedies are grown Yadian. Yanya. Because there are some intelligence we are even intercepting now. And check you didn't go for the so. You never go for this because you trauma being near in 2024. Sa political gimmicks any nadano. Sa political gimmicks any nadano come. Ya mama no market and you never see movie. Ya mo be that will be pio. If you claim as vice president say you are against homosexuality, una account. And then you can say bamiano. Me bote no say or say or you against Turumutu. Now, Danko Kufado so I some time back say I am against Rumutu. After our call Al Jazeera, say, oh, and check Rumutu for Baba. Eti Nana Kufado, your president, no, also on pet and Mama and Shiamu. Also on pet and Mane Ma and Shiamu. Also on pet and Nipan and Mo and Shiamu.
And values. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to personally comment on the raging issue of LGBTQ in Ghana. First of all, it is important to note that our cultural and societal norms and values as Ghanaians frown on the practice of homosexuality. Furthermore, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to personally comment on the raging issue of LGBTQ in Ghana. First of all, it is important to note that our cultural and societal norms and values as Ghanaians frown on the practice of homosexuality. Furthermore, as a Muslim, my view on this matter aligns with the position of my religious faith.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
The Holy Quran is replete with verses frowning on LGBTQ acts, including same-sex marriages. My faith is therefore very strictly against the practice of homosexuality. Allahu Akbar. No ifs or buts, no shades of grey. Therefore, I personally cannot support that which my religion and indeed all major religions in Ghana, as well as our societal norms and values, clearly and unequivocally forbid. All the major religious traditions in Ghana, Christianity and Islam, are opposed to this practice. And I stand opposed to it now, and I will stand opposed to it as president, inshallah. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to personally comment on the raging issue of LGBTQ in Ghana. First of all, it is important to note that our cultural and societal norms and values as Ghanaians frown on the practice of homosexuality. Furthermore, as a Muslim, my view on this matter aligns with the position of my religious faith.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
The Holy Quran is replete with verses frowning on LGBTQ acts, including same-sex marriages. My faith is therefore very strictly against the practice of homosexuality. Allahu Akbar. No ifs or buts, no shades of grey. Therefore, I personally cannot support that which my religion and indeed all
the same vice president, because of his religion, was saying against Rumutu. Now you're the mraba. Anka, what stops you? Anka, what stops you? Mokasi Jimmy Wokroma. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. They think all of us are fools because for a very long time we have been fooled. You can say, but it is time, ladies and gentlemen, to prove to them that we are wiser than them. And consider pain, you're better to see a Jimmy Sa, and consider pain, Sabi. And consider pain. And consider pain. And he said that in no sense or great. Was it or can be anyone more or no Pamia or better to remove what Tumuda? And your dim Rabon say, oh, Mira, so also one day to remove to Tumedia. O cry up, wow, Ghana Parliament, Yamra, and Enunye, Emrano Swa, Wabatu Webby. No about Jabba before Fracatro say, I am against Rumutu. Ya the Trumutu Mrasoba, no about Webby, W, now when I don't Eti Sanko Rabba, Mia Crampon, Yakase. We met him, what about the driver? And we should not forget that Trumutu for sorry na yet some one another than Kwakufado. Now Nakufado is the reason why a lot of gays and lesbians have arisen in this country. And I say this without fear or favor. I say this devoid of equivocation. No kwana make sure because Nana Kufado koye interview wa Jazeera. Over Facebook I share. And ye bisa Nana Kufado about Trumutu nsem. Mr. Udi dia facha guys in the tree ana makano. Nana Kufado say one you were London. Na bra on Kufado any were London. Na Trumutu nsem form. Ne mane ma eda wo form. Ne no so sa e mema ne mema sabi wo fa hono ne no so sa ne mom according to Akufado no emne bidru ya there are some rights any civil groups be sorry in the United Kingdom and those people drum home their right and on sorry yama Trumutu ebejin in the United Kingdom and that it is bound to happen in Ghana. Akufado ne kan et Akufado chere kwan no wase Ghana mabunu mu amuye gays no and Kokra no a muye gays no lesbians no any former lesbians says like ewusumo no wase samo yire mo honam kam ho bomu what is akotampa may his soul rest in peace sankrafo no mo kam ho mum na mo hyase enko enche mu benya hini na Nakufado na kire sa kwan no na ko bi be kire kwan anka ankochini ofra himfie wona o kire sa kwan we and now wa to sa ona nanom ka sa enim guase mfato kaniba na Nakufado ochini mimi krom ni menne wunti ye friend krofo bi ache mafia won wanim guase a wo de abeka ocheman won wanim guase Akufado wo de abeka ocheman won wanim guase na nado dan Akufado won gadu atira ko no sa Krofado mo de aka ocheman ene ye bomu din ebu achemfo nimtia na kada benda ane ye bebu achemfo nimtia. Because when we talk of people, I'm so sorry. Actually, Ghana see one more. A chimfo, they didn't work with me. But I could follow Usubain enti. And you more chimfo, Sabi I couldn't. So I didn't the ensign. You come and tell us, on one breath, you are against homosexuality. On one breath, Utri Trumutu. On another breath, saying Embranua, a support to so sign. Does it make sense, guys? Does it make sense? Kwan Kwachi Betransi. Betransi briefly. Because those times Nana Kwan Kwachi catch me say, let's do this in 5 minutes. Kwan Kwachi catch me say, Nana Kufado, can say all sign. I challenged him. Because me, I knew, say your chini. Huh? No friend him fear. Na sabi, ni mama mre ni mama ne. Mo be ka kura 2016 abra ye de kan so na Kufado frantuma. Sra mamra bopre. Ni suba yo kroma. Eti na ebe mo kakra se Kufado be ka so sign, but he's gradually proving say just he has no respect for the cultural laws of this country. Bra.
Onia,
I'm saying
nyame adom. Nyame ahwe so ama yene yenuanu Muslim fa ko di holiday na ba.
Omina baraka de sanla. The Shase Free National Chief Imam as well. Yes, such a great man.
Yes.
Yeah, what is all say? Well, who say Encrophone play politics? When we use technicalities from the LGBT.
Yes.
Yeah, Kokrano kuda.
Eti emo wa say nana do timi ko bi na ba omia so ejina afana ba omia e ka say ono ni faith believe in jintum na still omutimi kan che nanado say nanado krata ne da wonim sign.
The time now okra say ni faith kura jintum. With no disrespect to the imam there, but me ye imam and can mess up for Mike no. No maka say what say o faith etia dia yesra and mo kwa mo sign.
Say we me sure say naka oko amadia o kai say amadia papa no.
Say amadia
naka straight ahead or like catch say chairman.
Yeah.
Adenu wo we.
Yeah.
Mu ma sheda catch parliament hey mama bo mistake emfa de ma emfa mba Jubilee House. Enti amadia peni no naka sa program ni bi no call ya naka straight ahead
obeka kire
no say senior we there mon sanche parliament on fambra and
but Kwame, you are gradually becoming a prophet.
But
say catch them say one sign ma me ju ho echi but then can you question yabam
on say the one when yet say parliament assign o ma ye de so mo ye bia o mo ye bibia agotu ntaka say o mampeni ebe sign and I make sure say nya dia o mampeni ebe sign on sign because yes and then no obete amanfo kase o yeah our culture our religion doesn't support that
sound about me kan
yes but inwardly no omo me twa mampeni hia no bebre ege
oh sir
yeah
akufado nkrofo no be ege
omo me twa omampeni hia
oh jai sa Kwame
bebre ege
oh jai nkasa
bebre lesbian
jai jai na akufado o say akufado mo twa no ho hia no be ege
two things or three things.
Why will be catch us evidence be when you say one again?
There be evidence be.
Oh, jai.
There be evidence it bimbo din ba ko nchiro.
Me can say budin.
Bimbo din.
Okay, mami me say me ba cho wutie me a. Kwame are making some allegations.
Any allegation? Bimbo din nchiro.
Me ba o de mo di answer. Me mami ntie ni a me manfo be ka. Me ba cho bra Facebook Accra1005 FM. Na be kire wadwene. Why na ye gay? Our presidents war. But come, mami cheska briefly.
But say who say so omo try
mekan me obi
omo try say enye yen free station ma me ka dia
na say won kan
authentic
oh Kwame no cry dem ma me kan chiro say hunu amoje forget it na nyo ye
but yes
nyo ye gay
senior two things Emma Nanado ensign omo twa no we hia no me ka so mo
gay edin ni asase ba o
ene bobo
yeah edin ke ba wa tro we free wood eduji was say obi the Lord come why no
Lord come on a director of operation Jubilee House
Lord come would that did you so again
where the omoka
me can sorry obi
but me list no
national security momra Accra1005 FM na mo me Facebook say me ka free majuma me ba cho why na ye gay open Akufado when so say why
edi me no boy
mu din say we ouro sofa I pray was in Nanakumia say Nanakumia fine man onu kra fini kro Nanakumia kro say me fra chim sin onu fini so tem
okay
Nanakumia again say
how
mami Kwame edini ba o Kwame enya ma yen stand yenyi enye me so wutie me a enye Akufado nchenko a aban mu Guess the lesbians. Media met my baba quest like Kufu, until me from Kobe beyond no decankai. Also a lesbian.
No, say no, yeah.
Oh, and you
say no secondary school. Eh?
One who teach a friend who teach
or say no secondary school.
No, yeah.
No, yeah.
Into a giant.
But you know, but Uti. I just don't understand.
Kwame, Obekasa bedini ya mide. Obekasa tobo. Baba Sari onusa Lord Komi. In a law Komi popular. Abdul Jail Maiga. Or say, hey, something is going on. Oh. Vivian upon or say asemi eye pataku de no. Na woje uhun achinya. Mr. Journalist. Or person just say no correct. Abraham Tamaklo say it's true. Most of them are gays and lesbians. Since such a senator or say Audrey Gajeku and so a lesbian. Media edim bia be senibia opa kasa kufu admebo. He's not above the laws of this country. Obi o ye gay bia mebo din. Mo senimra obi o seni bia mebo. It still believes on sign.
I said American can omo me twa no hia and omo me twa no hia no. Eye omo a gay phone be a sponsor.
Kwame, okay, nsemu.
Deputy. Obu ho a the gay no ye no. Enye say ne pese oye o. But oye because onye bibi free.
Okay. Both physical and spiritual.
Yes.
Yeah.
Onye bibi free. Is such a person? Ne sisa ne be den. Ana ne sisa ne be den no so no. Obe make sure say obe promote ade na ma den akoso yi ama wenya amanfo abeka ne ho.
Kwame edin ba kwa piem, I'm surprised.
Edin ben.
Matthew Opoku Prempe, Napo.
Oh.
I'm so again.
The opera animated in.
The opera animated. Ayi na de ba no reading Ahmed.
They know what education.
A former education minister.
Former education minister.
Your cast yen for your timetable mrano. Napo yes. Napo. Ayi I'm so again.
Napo no why.
Oh, we name Napo. Matthew Opoku Prempe.
Why?
Say a minister for energy. Former minister of education.
The opera animated.
Menshia South MP. And I'm no mention of Menshia South.
Or something. And you do more cancel opera animated.
You almost opera animated.
No education ministry.
I know no former minister.
Ananaka all the way to Ebano.
Yeah. No reading so again.
Napo no say ya for a timetable mra.
Yeah, no reading so again. And yan ka o mo de mo Facebook. Wo bia de na dwen ba. Obi me ye mo trumudifo. Ye be yi ma pie mako. Trumudifo.
But ke na me ka say. Some say ba mi akoka say.
Esi Gabi nso ye gay o.
Gabi.
Gabi o chere akon. We free.
One friend Gabi.
Oh, ni omo friend de facto prime minister. Nana Akufo-Addo say ne council say no fa say.
Okay, Nana.
Gabi o chere akon. Okay. I Danko Institute. Penny.
Yeah. Dear asase ne dia.
Asase radio.
They ought to feature ya.
I nyoti e chere here.
Nyoti ya. Okay, I see.
Yeah. Tell you coffee shop.
Do ba come di nim.
Yeah. Oh, oba come di nim. Gabi. Brabe na Gabi aba oba.
Na bia yen tran junction.
Gabi o chere akon.
Win.
Brabe na Gabi o chere akon oba come.
Yen tran junction no so mpe kwedu ndi ma on te win.
Oh, eno ni yi ma me no.
Mame de bi
electoral commission.
Na say electoral commission mame do all straight.
Onu go straight.
O ti junction ne so a obete no wa kefe.
Eti Gabi. But don't forget.
See,
can no forget answer to ya.
Eti
debate my ken.
Na bote na second o go straight.
O go straight no for left.
No for left.
Yeah.
So I say. Say we ono no left.
And a woman no right.
And a woman no right.
Yes.
Wo ni Accra1005FM, yeah, my direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, kasa ko.
There be my own direction.
There you ba go straight.
There be security reasons. Oh, their mom direction.
Na so. See that? So just we go fi on. Who you be around?
Ministers we okrom hanuma. Surprise be sure openly at all on beburo mom.
So just a good meze fi on.
So just no kra nyom bebuo.
So just a good ma mini fi on. We be around. So just apart from so just omoti abonti omoti ni ka ni.
Yeah.
Police
FPU for
almost squad wo ho and o ref yo so a police for go on.
No, but me say na J Mensa suru because she's the first electoral commissioner as a yes o ko ni tikra police for di nachi. Okoye
ni tikra wo sukra police for di nachi.
me what they saying.
Soldiers food in
your bad JJ time. Your friend say.
Afrejan. Afrejan dey be shan or joint us.
Ana mami back we.
We
Onu kwado akoye adwuma GH1.
We Charlotte
was say. Ana nyo no kwa adwuma GH1.
No.
Na nko a de na usuro.
Afrejan dey be shan or kon anim na o waje ba ko na ono esin no. But we dey okogbo ni ti kra.
Kwam, ma make the way answer them refi. You wrap up on that one and end this in team. One of the intelligence ye pick ne say electoral commissioner ne Nana Akufo-Addo one shot is likely say 2 months, 2 clear months to elections on better to board them. Me patrol especially and this one penny for Muti Assembly and Mamu Feni Agro because Oma Tenase who say move vote ni be free Togo your Ghana for especially any Angola for before o free framantem as we go for Togo I'm down with Togo I'm here Togo 2 clear months to election 2024 electoral commission any Akufo-Addo bamia bayo tisui some person mu vie munti na mun crofo dodo no ntimi me register 2 clear months to elections on better them say if you think I am lying now yeah got to about 2020 I think say a month to elections on to them and this time on person me 2 clear months to elections it is Mamu Feni Agro obi bia so be register any omo in charge Joseph Yamin know how you are going to coordinate these people. I don't know how you get them into the system before the 2 clear months. Come to us.
But for me with the all kinds of I don't think you know people have already decided so what you say
decide the way decide you
yes
na to boda no ma be abetwaba
mimiti ma decide
and me say
do you know when I
decided what decided oba beto aba na tia ayibamia na mu be dia be wuram ya to bodam
sina uni membra me decide say me mentuma baumia
adenti
na say na me decide
menso na say
na offer performance tracker here
ye be wura say ya ye be wrap performance tracker no
na
me person wrap it up with the other one
o de ye be ba ho
it kwam wrap it up with the other one na yen call Facebook
yes the American say I still stand my point and say enya dia nanado your president obe sign the LGBT bill no because omo metwa ne we share 1 bia 2 omo metwa
eno na okasa omo ye bia no ana obi be kase fe
ti omo metwa ne we share omo metwa ne we share
e be against
2 omo metwa ne we share no omo sponsor omo no so bia
e be against
so
is that lesbian
o ti ase
wow
nti o hwe sanyama we nyina e na omo mutu na nado fo so no bia oh yeah
ebi mutu Akufo-Addo from your days Kwame Jaisa Kwame you are talking about the first gentleman of the land asemana kan
see
ebi mutu Akufo-Addo from your days
omo mutu na nado fo no bia
serious
na emo nya bia ka
is that why on sign here na
omo nya bia we are dying them omo nya bia like I say simple
okay, so the question is Akufo-Addo
so the council of state Ose
un support to give unye gay adena anti-gay bill no sign
simple
bia un practice but now you dey advocate
because say me onauti
me too
say o ya de na adena o ye no me foa so me support to a me mama of him
okay
me kan cho say jai
more fire
more fire say me foa so a me hwe enim sa nti omo etu ne fo no omo ye bia nti omo ntimi nka nche ne se nana ensan omo ntimi nka nche no nti asem na etetia
okay
ye bon pai se still ye Christopher no ne ye Muslim for no we are praying se nyakopon beka nana do akoma na one day obeda sorry na ono ankasa ne ni betete na osan I think that would be the biggest miracle on this earth. Yes, because Pastor, no sign. Because Pastor,
you want to ambush him.
Neni kaina, omo mutu ni fona that's why around.
Akufo-Addo any kind to inside.
Debi. Omo da so e wa ran. Omo won nchen. Ehwe man sign da. Otume nanda.
Aka so we say Akufa dey me for the Nika sign da.
Otume for the Nika sign da. Into when enya spiritual warfare with Christians and Muslims, yeah, can boom a glow for him. Na can
and I grow for cry.
Anyway, na ye nyom so make come no mama pressure to the government. Say government, parliament aye ni fremo de mosomo nya nanado ye ode na sign eno no.
It's
but Nanado will never sign this thing.
And you gave your reasons.
Yes, the reason is omo sponsor no ye bia. So ti say omo mutu ne fo no e bia. Omo metwa no hwe nyina e bia. Inti with this case, how can he sign?
Okay.
What a sign.
Inti say over about me and him say Nana Akufo-Addo sign. Why will he state his position? Is it just for please himself?
Senior, but me to me catch say ono ba you levy obetwem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Betting tax obetwem.
Also obetwem.
Ose den. Ose
galamse tax amnesty.
Ose galamse excavators yen shini biom eboa.
Ose yen shino.
Oye be ma on catch say ono we sa anti LGBT be obesan.
But they don't put the question.
He dare not. He want
say owra ba me catch say
me can
ya to aba man no be president a year excavator one shino then he rule ni say as vice president ohwe ma ya she excavator sisi a number 2 so catch say oba o mema tax amnesty sisi a no he's not only vice president or a chairman of the economic management team. He's the first advisor to the president on economic matters. Adentina me no ka say one team into Akufo-Addo for masa so-called tax amnesty no omoma. These are issues as a Ghana for Mubisa. So, Rabba Miaka say, Oba obey e-levy a free one more. So, no, yet chairman of economic management team, no, and Sunday be pass e-levy, no, about dumb tables once. About the sign that went to me and Jremu. Now, young policy e-levy, now see young train, and young two of a man one sana where you e-levy a free. What do you think, Diagro?
Unim, so Omoko cabinet meeting. But me won't find in your share.
Oh, Jai.
Oh, yes.
Oh, he's the vice president.
I won't find in your share.
Omubamia.
I won't find in your share. Now Omunia Bibia says, Utian some kikana.
Yeah.
Utian some kikana. Eya crime said, or catch on common.
Mete say, Bamia, Mr. Matisem. Eko soon were mammy for more Parian papa. Was that a moon for me in your share? Aye, I did a moon Mikunisa. What you was didn't want to for me now.
I'm finding your share in a piano is on goody. Uncle Stanley for we no. Say bear or bar or messa controlling. Okay, come. Victoria anti another. My first and
list over fear.
Yeah, list over. You have a ball list of 1-on-1.
Yeah, you bedding but me and come about me we had my baye you may. But you baye performance tracker.
Yeah, we performance tracker.
But yeah baye out of my tie. I say Baba Rufai. Okay, omu dinko mabua. We say let him not sign. JDM will come and sign it. With your pawn, or say, please, not God who is going to touch the president's heart, Kwamti.
Yeah.
Or say, not God who is going to touch the president's heart to sign. Rather, the citizens should compel him to sign. I love this. You see, Dynamic as NDC, you are trying your best. But you see, you guys got hit further. By now, come on, organizing Crawford on the street. Not gonna afford the much. You are the highest second alternative. And let Obia and this independent, you can't say we are Mama Mambumfu. You can't get them no matter the right thing. Because there are a lot of Ghanaians they support the second coming of John Dramani Mahama. Take advantage of the weak system and make your political policies known. Can you imagine Saka John Dramani Mahama na president? Ana sabi we abatunanim. Ana John Dramani Mahama ne amisa ata ready for the currency yi. Ebola selase so mo say. Can you imagine Anka Akufo-Addo Gabi Ochre da komo anka what they will do on the streets of this country? You can't take advantage of Adia Ghana for kuma wom. There are a lot of Ghanaians and they are gay homosexualities. As Nkrofo leaders, almost Nkrofo they'll hit the street and they all support. We can force Akufo-Addo to sign. Who is Akufo-Addo? Akufo-Addo is not above the laws of this country. We can force Akufo-Addo to sign. Who is Akufo-Addo? Akufo-Addo With all respect to him, what penny or drink, but Akufo-Addo is superhuman being. When him Nyansan, Akufo-Addo Nyansan will be sane. Just a privilege, Akufo-Addo. They to Jubilee House. Ya can't wafu. I just yanka. Then this first secretary no be. Mama sobremano. Make us say a bit of quantity. One more train. I'm a partner of power. No more ministerial position. Yeah, Jimmy Fone, you're fair with the Nyesa. No more ministerial positions. You do what is right. Because we cannot afford another term of this evil government. We can never afford another term of this evil government. Election 2024. Some people win here. Oma renew. And this is for the chair. You can take advantage of the weak system. By now, more organizing Crawford. Nana must sign them all. Nana must sign them all. Joseph Yamin, who di. Mama can you support more? Nana must sign them all. Once you can't tell the money and talk. Kwame, you see, sometimes I hear hammy. And because me get direct NDC, you know, and never be one month to me, but it's so sad. Take advantage of the weakness. Time, Gabriel Chidakomo, any of these guys, acquire demonstration, doom so time, okay. Kwame, okay. Doom so, but for so many years, demonstration ben NDC, LED, way as far as doom so is concerned. Demonstration, but you see, I get what me the make come catch from. They should do the right thing because you perceive by any free so.
Oh no, but see, there's a demonstration be a basso, a doom so demonstration.
Dabe.
And no campona, ye baby di uncomono. Sisia, Wabakra. Indeed, there's a demonstration at Air Basso. And look at 5 days. So you see, 5 days demonstration.
So you see, I'm sure it's a way civil or if like pressure group be. Only a political. They may not align with.
They're from Ghana election project.
So fantastic. It is a Ghana election when I'm a yeah.
Oh, now
the political system will not take it. Kwame, yet you
Senior.
Kwame, we were in this
celebrate is near doomso. Occupy Ghana a doomso. Various groups a doomso. What you say? Into we no Ghana election project so ever a doomso. Arise Ghana ever be demonstration.
So if there is no Arise Ghana, if there is no Edinya Waboya, what is the role of NDC as a party? No, Kwame, see, Kwame, if you are not hungry for power in 2024, me or Tudako, I am hungry for power in 2024. Say, I'm more free at Ekosui. More person crofo break it. Esamuara.
With the performance tracker, I am with
that. Oh no, we are going into the performance tracker, but Enyakasa. Enyakasa. NDC, you may betray your
NDC organize
they say everything is about your mama. Everything is about your mama.
Because he's the leader.
I just said your mama and no more fans. Because everything is about your mama.
Because he's
what about the system?
He's the leader.
NDC there measure that nyam ho time. Say see me nyam ho time. And more be for the before. Yes, in your old chest, onim se na chia. Yen, ni kasi ya tretremo so that you can arrest power in 2024.
Oh, but they are doing well. NDC is doing well.
Obianka saying this is not doing well. Chama say doing Ketia is fantastic.
Yes.
Sami Jenfi is fantastic.
Yes.
Yami is fantastic.
Yes.
Papa, you were saying secretary no Cambrofo.
Fifi Kote.
Very intelligent man,
yes.
Setting the record straight. He's fantastic.
Yes.
They are doing their best. But I'm saying, sir,
Akugan is fantastic.
Hey, Akugan is fantastic.
Yes.
I'm a guy. He's very fantastic.
Akugan is
Akugan is
yes.
No,
Akugan
is. Hey, Madi is also fantastic.
Yes, Madi fantastic.
And Madi say we him from
Ote
elections. Yeah. Akugan is the only person I'm about campaign man.
And Madi one more
submarine.
Madi one more over election.
No.
Oh,
Madi. And leader no so yade. Madi head no the same. Omane Buama. Omane Buama.
Yeah, Dr. Omane.
Former Minister of the
Communication.
Onukana say maintaining count. Omane Buama.
Madi yade.
Oh there, Kwame, yo, you
see, no,
me be rap performance track about Kwame Maminka we. Maminka magin chrem ni Maminka.
Oh, Menka de, but the me say so omugu.
Na me say, me
go apron.
Kwame men distort magin. My planning am person
timetable.
No, me need problem.
On my timetable.
And this is why a timetable.
Yes, on my timetable. So by June, ubeti bibianka.
Ombe started doom so no ma face doom so mbenya before flyer.
Doom so muti me fix it.
Into Papa is a mere visit. Young boy, I won't swear that you baby Ghana. No pipe, no.
Sina, Nyama Menu, list to about or some breaking news thread.
Okay. My menti waiting free. Na young fan to me patcho for performance tracker no. Young room, but Eric Asiedu. I see all the executives are fantastic, but they have to up their game. Okay, Abdul Karim Mohammed, please reconsider your decision. Your vote is very important and can go a long way to bring. Send me my car, me to my mama, me my Canada. Me, I'm one journalist. Me pharmacy munsi. What does it? And I have reasons until I may say 2024 me to my Mahama. Ubi odi me chibia o to my Mahama. Simple because you are swim swesa. Jamhama or your 10-year again any a kufa or a chin again any sancrophone you know your more opportunities no at the end of me sikasen a bomb sem. How did they misappropriate to appropriate the funds we give them? So as a journalist me yadima ko school and Crawford are looking up to me and me tell radio soon chantro. I will not say we should give this government a second chance. And a second of then what kind of a journalist am I? I don't want to be a useless journalist. So journalists are Crawford a discussion my full moment to me kind of to me. I don't want to be that kind of journalist. Journalists full force ano. Chromanum journalists will bring kind of creno. Sas and 12 for ano. No, I don't want to be that kind of journalist. Eti me matira. Young Katia say, Abdul Karim, me redo message. My message is number, but let's do this quickly. It's all about Facebook. Na overshare your performance tracker. No, you did better one no. Na kufado neba me amu launch performance tracker. I think say 3 days ago. I think the Wednesday. But I said no far phone na mentions star 413 hash. And then the Mr. Muyabe draw no into a beer on ye bibian Mr. Try Netchagum. Ubia on ye biano, may and paba, Tragum. Over dial star 413 hash. Na choose option 2. Choose option 2 I Accra1005FM. Na follow prompt no. Into ye bisau. Maybe a number of times, maybe 10 times, 5 times, 20 times. Or better free woman so. Now, you better draw no say and then it be 500, it be 1,000, it be 2,000. And it's a very good thing, pa. It's from for phone to say ne dial star 413 hash. Me buy a change and your can be so. You better draw na your kind scan on agum phone say Now, in this performance tracker na you call. Oro ba me ne na kufado atre adwuma poten o maye but I can say on authority say a toilet nko a I am sorry but toilet adwuma 80% who did afacha me but no kre yen to sabi come to sabi mira come to sabi adwuma na kufado ne ba me so my performance tracker come in no me say toilet nko a Trini Jonas or say glass nko a but wait toilet nko a. And I am going to show you some evidence. But when one my Facebook about things so be me say over Facebook. Na over share a juma wom so my ye. Na ye Mr. say, do you call this achievement? A juma somebody man pon friend achievement. But me say achievement for his government. A juma assembly woman and friend achievement. Na kufado say a achievement for his government. Because they think say young Ghana for say a dream way how say and you know it is unthinkable, quite incomprehensible. And me patro you know for to Facebook no mumra you be boss one after the other. Now there was this job where adwuma ba ko me hu ya kwam the picture ba ko ekoye enema mienu. I want to believe Christ said those room and I was like ka say enye sharp. And in one of the occasions you know mama solar street light. Now solar street light in one area and the same street light and sanko try and they come another town. Thinking say be fear ni so. Yachemo akrovo yachemo. Yan tra homo bia na da Ghana for bio. Me say dan yan tra ho me otuda ko me ne me pamfo. Yan tra homo bia na da Ghana for bio kroma. We are going to show and prove to them say some performance tracker funu amaye no it is a kapudu amoji na kufa do me no kase Ghana your total desktop e cost 700 billion cedis. A car Ghana for there about 700 billion cedis. Move 120 billion. Fantastic. The atoso. Eti bra Facebook na be he. We asankare Krofa Gansa. Only no friend achievement no. 10-seater institution toilet. Kumbungu. So over Facebook now be share idea. You see achievement. I say, hey, everybody. Who the Facebook says here Accra1005 because mean to me I cannot describe it. I cannot describe it. You call this achievement? You call this achievement? Hey, Bamia, you call this achievement? Why a 10-seater toilet? What's the achievement? Oh, Kumbungu. And it is on the performance tracker. When Kwandi Uduhan Mua share, when Kwandi Uduhan Mua share, na and Tono Mutano, young Boon come from so. Namuso Mutiamino, Minian Musmu Diabo. Minum 1 year to me, a 2 bar share, none of Craning Co. Ya Tillman Crofo, we are dying, I can throw too much. I don't say, Mamma in Ghana. But don't make against a member of Ghana. Nan Kobit is a bread champon. Baba Tranumaka say, ya 2 banners and this year, or no firm, bread champon, na bread champon, bread champon, na bread champon, you jump out bread champon. I think young the next one. Maybe I told the 2 Swania next one. Wait, dear me, Raho. Now, my miss this question, Ghana, for where they mean penny bio. But say school nyansa. Anna and penny for Nico school, Sebita Frata Sebia couldn't talk. When teacher and from ye, it is school nyansa nasa, a few nyansa so, asana. Now, we cry child right, as a boom. And Quadam with your to say school feeding program. In the first place, at the Anuka Quadanidian and Nampona so. In the second place, and Quadanu way child right, Babylon say child rights, Papano. These are some of the things he must tackle. Can you imagine?
Unim say Otu. Unim say when I mame sisa ma adwen. When ama me hu say.
E ba cho ne kwa me kan well my Facebook a
because
Accra1005. Because Oba one comment on the pictures.
Onse Otu say yen floating voters no. Yen na ye decide.
Say me say me floating voters.
Yes, yen na decide nipa obewini. Nipa obe president e de ama Ghana. Nti as part of yen floating voters na me kan no. We say asesa ya adwen.
Hey, come
floating voters for na more Ghana.
Yeah. So be on my Facebook oh. And
because o say school feeding we project no. Wo achievement.
Yes, we achieve.
Now achievement no o twa de abechira mansan. Ama mansan hu de waye meboa.
Yeah.
Na aduane a esin kwa na anim a omudin enam kra na.
Kwame yemfa ne se aduane na se mure fi anamanya nyansa.
Senior aduane
so emofra ne so nyare.
Aduane no kwa enam hwese omudin hwemu na omamu na.
Kwame look at the health implications it will have on the children.
Hwemu na omamu na.
And there been time people say
emono kra no
meba say school adwene asa efi adwen anka nkyerem say mo memofra ne nware no mo hye entade ne yu. Na mo hye dam pen na mo toto aduane so.
Aduane no kwa for na so.
Oh fry or so.
Oh fry ni so.
Kwame fry ni so. Fry ni so. Me ba cho bra Facebook na be my fry or so
na na no ba o me ma shock me o.
Hwa akola ba ko nanim hwe akoda
na. Ko za akola ba ko aduane odi no. Enene de. We ye yenchi amansan se we ye nanado
performance tracker
COVID-19
infrastructure project.
Na we o ma bro no mo be yenti no man share location.
Okay, we school feeding program. We school feeding program.
But she kind of aduane mo ye de man kola.
Hey.
Unbelievable.
How? Eti me wacha say what ba Facebook me pese o can be in one word or in a sentence. How will you describe this? Okay, Bozet kwesi describing it there. Or say this is extremely pathetic. Or say this is extremely pathetic. Ana keteku kwame or say NPP is just fooling with the Ghanaians. Ana would edu jinso ede ni diaba me ba choba na didi naba or say emusakora. Now let's move away from Anona Kwame. Yenko district hospital wom se omasi ewo Kwame Danso.
Na Kwame Danso.
Mesraw behwe
hospital near fuel
Akufado. Hospital bed footings na ofom.
Hospital wait.
Where hospital?
Shanefe.
Where hospital?
Shanefe.
Where hospital?
Shanefe.
Dabi Kwame can you credit na ye?
Hospital.
Where hospital?
Some me architect into me what dey fa me.
What are you talking about? Wait, cathedral no crampo masikra was saying. Where footings so? Foundation footings.
Anyway na nanado ka somebody 22 months ebesi ewie.
When no so mbesi no. agenda 111 no me ba so mo me agenda 111 so dia ka ho say a achievement
Your mom is
your mom abaso because we achievement
about me.
oh everybody
Me say floating voters ya sesen ya adwen.
Kwame me kan wo da se meto aba mo bi da and two me follow blind research in this NPP
Share and
me catch us at this time meto ma Mahama as a floating voter you should understand me
senior and then I make on radio so me
how
me ma batu amatu na fiti 204
yeah
204
yeah Otuma MPP
say young floating voters no
Otuma MPP
204 me to makufo oh no me church
but there's nothing wrong with that
oh yeah 204 me to makufo
okay
208 me to ma nanado
okay
second round
208 crowd wa beto ma nanado
because so crowd obo ndoma nanado
your wins be me ba cho kroma
Anna 2012
yeah
me to ma nanado
hey and no man your vote bebre o man your vote
me say voting voters ya sesa ya adwen Anna 2016 me say to ma nanado
and yeah onye floating voter
oh no David titi
kwam fa so
floating voter
floating voter what so for
David titi
Anna
2020 unse when it bia now tinya me biase a unse isisie bi ko baby
okay
then you floating voters no you say no you say adwen the floating voters to ma John Mahama
okay it finally na me coffee
finally
yeah
say it was a hospital in FPA
it me pa cho oba enyin free fato me pa cho oba where your hospital na kufuado
where ye Kwame
ene baamia say o masi Kwame down so near Eastern region Kwame down so mean say Eastern region
no I think Kwame down so obono
okay be Kwame down so because I know say Kwame down so be so Eastern region
obono
Julie Belinda was say 419 Sakawa government I know did the oba no we describe it adequate no we no me pacho enye foundation agenda 1 hospital na yesi baby bia no mama no ene gu ho no we say Ghana Jesse Hagan was a very bad MPP Nasser Al Khalifa or say this government will go down forever. Baba Rufa also it's only a fool that doesn't change his or her mind. More fire. Okay, we said this government okay have done that. Ground Hospital, Chai, we free Maria Adam, Abdul Karim Mohammed or say bare lands in the performance tracker NPP. Mami Jemfua or say this is disgusting. So they call this performance. Hey, eti sawutie and problem betwebia. You be in it. Yan call the next one. Almost say anonso come performance on over Facebook a share my you yanko me ba cho the next one and
but onya I think say MPP omo
hey
mpenifo a omo nim de omo esua omo etu kwan
e bia ye mo kwan
na
but the next one
ade we about no omo hwe mu
of course him
kojo ponkuma o hwe mu ogo mu true why na 82 mu one na man kwan say yemfa wenka achievement on ade a common person crab betimi aye you call this an achievement
assemblyman kura now how can you say why you 10-seater toilet
na only achievement me and senior and me man ko bia me share performance tracker
next flyer
me share performance tracker no from 1 to almost 124
okay
from home na me share no toilet in kwa 80%.
Me see performance tracker na toilet in kwa say ya diki aka. Enye say be a tell be. But a toilet in kwa.
Toilet in kwa.
So or say only we are bedware enye sa.
And I think Nanado what na so for 8 years.
My new flies.
Nanado what na so for 8 years. We no timi ye ma yen. Nti o kokko na o
kono. You see, sir, Obi Temia, we are not against anybody. I know where I am with you. Son on a fire, John Mahama. And until I am a catcher, I said, me, Magrin at the ho, some fire by we. But I feel saying journalists, we are not doing enough because I know you're the coach John Mahama, so no, you're the Bekwa by we so. Kwame, way I say 20 market shirts at saying Asempana. Kwame, say where are you?
Oh. National environment.
Mama 20 market.
Oh, see market.
Kwame way there.
Senior.
Oh, Kwame way.
Ediane ye di akoye yim.
Ewom se Kwame mu.
Environment.
That Kwame nye back where one street says 6 unique classroom. Anoma in shed. Me ba chobra Facebook say ah na be hwe ne can. Oba na what describe say ne
So into way achievement.
Oh, Kwame e shed anya achievement.
So to na ha ye peche.
Wo hwe ekura o Kwame o tan kodra yin America. Oh, Kwame we dia ye kakra. Me ba
ateche pegu.
Me ba cha utie me a bra Facebook because say ne Kwame ne me gi ho achi and I don't like it.
No
Kwame we dia ye. We dia.
Oh, come market the ediane.
That be when you back no we ateche ni ho. I'm so wait, bra, o de fa ha bra be he.
We ateche ni ho.
That be we ateche ni ho. We you back na ye say. Me nim so obeti me ho.
No, me ba.
We okay. We the same. We are manage we. We okay. Ana we dey here. Kwame we dey here.
Achievement.
E won say said that
senior achievement. We achievement.
Oh, Kwame any achievement.
20 market shares for them.
Oh. Can you imagine say bia na honum kura market ni ho.
Nti we na omutimi see here.
And Swanny, but
can I say?
Oh, make us a swan. I don't show another. Oh, that be I'm sorry. Who's your bad? Oh, what make about Memo Bibiana? Why? And I was saying, oh, who me could be done? But I can say, me can say Swanny, but make trust a beer in that small community. Yes, some panayano, a beer market we be warm. That's the point I'm making. Massa and Swanny. You who dear John Mama, yeah. Oh, so they don't why you comparing mangoes to watermelon? Isn't that just a wing yet? Who do you ever compare John Hama KGT? Quite a seminar as well. Ah, okay, me uncle Facebook. Yeah, yes, I Accra1005 FM. Your name list over in Pennyfuaka. Mammy Jenfuaba, or say Otudako. Let me tell you. Let me see. Let's go. Also, Otudako, let me. Otudako, let me tell you that looking at the money this government has received. No, this is not the type of market center we're expecting. I agree with you, sweetheart. I agree. Ebenezer Benelis, I say MP must go to opposition forever. I swear. Samuel Danso, look, what would you and what my Facebook you lose the best parts of the conversation because Nyayaka wants to on Facebook, Accra1005. Yeah, the pictures be at one more. MPP, Akufo-Addo, but me actually say, ansah12 about them because I'm buying a Juma way now. I'm declare a 10 toilet seater. I can't watch them. We so market in the ho. Okay, so Samuel Dan so say hey, again MPP. To don't oh no too. I'm sure kumpo. Abraham Tamakulu also wisdom has eluded them. Ghana, we serve a living God. Senior, where there nyame won your bay, but we must stand up as citizens and fight for our right. No, the greatest right is to stand up to protest for your right. And in the way there, we believe in the intervention of God, but we can fight it. We must rise and fight as citizens. We must challenge them. Sabita Vache, Akufo-Addo nyansa, Emuro Ghana Foso, Bamia nyansa, Emuro Ghana Foso, Eya Kwenya, and Akufo-Addo the president. Nanki ya come when you first president Akufo-Addo nyabi. Ya ka academicians or Ghana Akufo-Addo yibi. So what point are you making? Sure. Yanko, because young Traun Mobia me break it too. Was it we say Ghanaians be wise of these governments. They don't have anything for us. We say it looks like my poultry farm. James Brown said, hey, Africa. Baba Rufus and Nado and Dr. Bamia, you are taking MPP to opposition. Joshua Anderson was, oh, Radinyame, is this the value of 800 billion cedis? Kojo Solomon was, oh, too, if they mention the money involved in this, you run. And that is also another thing. Now, let's move to the next. Yes, here, another thing. Eya Bamia say your achievement. High Accra1005 FM. Me din Edinana Otuda Kwenche. Mira Listowell. Ebeba na Babeka na dwen. O say no secret me ansama yin. Ente na obe breaki sa enema me ansa no nyina man. And that is how we do it. Okay. Eti what the next one no you me try next one no. Say enche. Aha. Maybe I be here dear ba kwam say achievement. Mural at Sankara. Unza odru Sankara. Yaya drawings be our how the event saying a foot bridge and anything. Oh, foot bridge no. Say achievement. Oh dear be here drawing a good ready. And I am learning say Akufo-Addo ba enye we na jankroma eje contract no. Listo ba be chire mo. Listo. Enye we na jankroma je contract e draw no. Akufo-Addo sign at the contract no san command ba. So saying. Accra do so bro yo. But I'm not even surprised. Nanka scholarship krompa. As you never here for. Who Freddie Blake, former chairman, Kwabena, who you the cross answer ambassador to Germany. Musika be brebe. And ya for sick answer on the best year. What's your time? I'm over. Already, mo bakro no me feel mo kro no fe. Already, mo kronfo. Mo kronfo bruta. Now wait, ya sika, ya dia this drawing you run away. Ube juani, wallahi. Ya sika. Jankro mamu dia sa drawing. One my Facebook you lose the better part of the conversation. Mi via ba bechoska. Star 413 hash. Munina mun dial na mun choose option 2. I'm telling you, say ne, yeah, will be 2,000 cities. It mean no one come from phone, no matter try. Ne will be your lucky day. Star 413 hash. Choose option 2. Not follow prompt. No. Hey, footbridge, who? You did drawing. I draw who can achievement. But how can you? And wait and beautification of the capital city. How can this be an achievement? How can this be an achievement? Nana Kufado. How can this be an achievement? How can this be an achievement? Why do you insult Ghanaians every day? Just a Ghana for the young dream where hammer, Yabubu Adam, Yenim Yansa, Sabia Jimmy, Eti, and Semhunubia, Moka Yani Ajatunesa. You call this an achievement? Kwame Manini, Wayne Mame, who said there was this street lights beyond Somaya, the same street lights.
Yes, ever.
The same street lights.
Ever.
The Aquajis Camino.
Yes, ever.
Kwame, is this an achievement?
It's
beautiful, but is it an achievement?
When you deal with Nanado, and
as head of economic management team, how do you advise even to the finance ministry for the disbursement of such monies?
We say, me chose ko mua.
Anna Mami Jemfu Achron, or say, so this Sankara 2 is an achievement. At this point, die NPP.
No, him say, a woman and no come and found him say, government and my journalist for a dustbin.
Dustbin is your achievement.
Oh,
Kwame Jai. Dustbin, the only firm. Oh, I don't believe it, Jai. No.
Okay.
I don't believe it. I'm the dustbin.
The dustbin.
About performance tracker.
Yes.
Dustbin, yeah, this same run. Another dustbin.
No, the other ball is good.
And dustbin, and yeah, this same run.
Yes, as part of achievement. Yes, as part of performance tracker.
Are you serious?
Yes. Menanda. Follow me. Wow, we no say a WW performance tracker.
What would you mean? Is it
true? Simple cry. Simple.
As will be comment to Kwame Danso. I had Azuma say, I said, I know to Dako. Kwame Danso is in the Brown. Oh, okay. Capital District of Sunny West. Oh, yes. Thank you. Caroline, also, this is an achievement in their eyes. Low standards. Paul Nyaku Senior said, brother.
You're trying that one.
My heart is painting you.
Maybe journalist for.
I don't believe it until you wait. You mean Patrick M. Inketi. I'll say God will punish these people. You see, Brafe Usikani is I know. And Sauti baby, na ugine say ye did that. I am a sumau. Na mi sumau madach. Unimnientia. O maina ye woman. Ya meja obio. Ya meja kufad na busuafo. And ya meja bamia na yere. So am fagana sikampa matade akesio. No. Send your moye yehwe mabusuano. Etwa say yehwe abusuan. So if these people are indulging in thievery, now now why come on what's over one? It's painful. Fantastic.
Yes.
Last one. Wait, the man cancer. Me person be about Facebook. The person be we memo so after 30 seconds na boss.
You invite list to now.
You be this uncle no. But you to win from. Me ba cho bra be here. Hey. Kronuni. At this point, me person me chiro adekwede. But bra kwao GH can we sell the country and share the money? Me credit and can find Emma work and pay. Adai Kwasi Emmanuel, or say MPP must go simple, full of thieves. Ebenezer Mokhtar, or say it is true. Have you forgotten that in 2020 Akufo-Addo share cooking pot for achievement? Hey! We said no wonder Ashanti Region Minister failed to mention 5 projects in their stronghold.
Chairman, yanya.
Meba Obrenes Bediako or say make up of second lady is also achievement. Okay? Me pese me ye briefly. Kwam meba. Ma me read you briefly. You say you no na join you man here on Facebook. Edwa Kodwaje you say ama Ghana we got problem oh. Francis Jikunu or den Sakatenani. My list of Wemra. Nana Kofi Ahin Kingsley. I know to Dako and people leaders with 8 members. About down for Mamu sa when you na Can you imagine Joshua Anderson? Also the message about in fact Ghanaians should support the NDC. Paul Nyako Senior Nidiaba. But let's do this finally.
But Unim maybe Obi Betimaka say you control.
Intinaka person come back Facebook.
Nanka Eugene Emma you performance track and there now.
Eugene. Do you know what? No, before that, no. Yes. Eugene, hold on. Ma Yanshawi, you're analyzing we. This is the last one we are doing.
Yeah.
Now you're You're analyzing where we are. Now with the original one, performance track and also no.
Okay.
Wow, send a more 18 cassette. Yashada I editing.
Yeah, of course.
What is it? Okay, so now let's do this analysis. Obahanomwa a street lights, one of so-called several street lights, and it's here. Now, Krobi the English among from the one cry.
Oh, Kaswa.
I see as a boom. I Kaswa.
Yeah, Kaswa.
Oh, Kaswa. I see over my 50 solar street lights. Maybe I told you know to in China. Oh, you mean Sani Faswa? Was it Krobi the Gemma, meaning baby? A whole so over 10 solar street lights. But how can you give 10 street lights now say achievement? Are you guys sick? Are you guys sick? Assembly member remember 10 street lights. No, I can say achievement. Anyways, let's say it's even an achievement. Make sure, baby. Say, Oba, a year, me ben kumswa. English, a man from Monomono. She street lights no boko. Obi and fat and focus street light and so. Me ba chobra Facebook ni nyina together. Accra1005 FM. Say, focus street light na kwam. One say street light na say no a blue. They all left no.
Yes.
Kwam e so near then.
Astronia white.
Ana edie na egu nchen.
Ana ohun se anya kakra.
Egu benkum. Ohun se anya gubenkum. Ana se bibi tuntum oso.
Bibi tuntum.
Okay, Kwame.
Ana ohun se.
Ohun dem bi o.
Nipa bi o hye pink bi etwem.
Kwame we nya pink. Uko school ensu colors.
Oh, se many.
When you say in when you akaso was shattered etwem we pink is.
Ana enya pink.
We ya pink.
E color.
Ti na me pem wasam. Hey, dirty color. No, Eugene, your dirty color. Hey, ready?
Go school there.
Yes, in Bobia. Chief, and I promise one behind.
Yes, and I mean, Obisu black.
Obisu black.
Where English are monthly.
Come on, yeah. A sword on the end of Osha straight when in Tia.
Some a dime.
There be had to make a way. Who say TV and a radio mast. This is what tin. And I kwame. Only Paku tuntum na also one binkum. O hwe na chia enua
yes
and a dan e left and right.
Yes,
okay, Kwame, say access it.
Where English amount
from. Me ba cho entro no performance track any try no. And ya trom say ya chiwom. Abe kwam bra nifa na san be analyze me.
Na nifa na ekro ben no.
Oh ya jema.
Kwame
e dey na hu ha no ma hu a.
Jema no me hu nipa na otu se o she.
Enye nipa na the same nipa no.
Same nipa na. O she dirty then.
Color no.
Dirty color.
What do you find say color?
Ana me say who obi she black.
The same person no ha. The same person. Okay.
Ana street light no. So do say solar no.
Ase no ye.
Ase no blue.
Okay, esro no say dey.
Esro no say white.
Na
wo de Ghana
we no afa ho.
Yeah, afa ho.
Ana nchen no hu den.
Ana nchen no me hu note.
Ana note no so na say bibi.
Asa is black bi.
Okay, ana hu nua ho ana.
Ana me hu nua pepe.
Enua ni nchen den na ho.
Enua ni nchen no so me hu mass.
Ana hu dan. Kwame.
It did not just say.
Let me tell you, the same picture.
The same picture.
The same picture. Ya to.
The same picture na. Omdema English
I don't know what am German for.
I know what am German.
Eti ade ba oh, me was say.
Evidence be mami hu say performance track.
Okay, so bra, mami performance track official no. Kwame kire say o de mate mame o de current me
because na no do timi nessa me ya be na no do betimi ahwama picture ba ko the same
picture here Eugene dia to say or the official one be to so na ye mi say ho say enye no kra na abra ye twen no
Kocho Poku metimi hwade we
famous semes o say German is located at Bunu East. Okay, thank you. Kintampo South. Okay, no so dey dia babra o say German wo Bunu East Kintampo South district. Enti
Kintampo picture
ana odi abaye nkran ampa ene wase no Eugene yi suro ndie ne free o ye betima nya se de ne pe
say enaba performance tracker government
and to west robin Facebook performance tracker government GH.
Okay.
And I was wrong. Enti Kwame yebo na ayampa.
What kind of cray?
O hia se adoma 50 solar street lights at English.
O man hwe back.
Me ba da bi anse na be hwe back no. Street light na se nye blue. Kwame asenye blue.
Blue.
Eso nya white.
White.
Enya anwia na obenku. Ase bibi wo soro. Enya anwia ni ni. Wo hwe te enya mass na ho nom. Akoa no a okọ no oso wo share dirty color nya onu ni. Ana hwe ne benku enya tuntum ni. What are you talking about?
We English amount.
Eti we English amount the same thing no dia German no. Afa me hwe we German no.
Only German.
Only German so mra ne mfa.
You say a performance tracker.
I ne fenwi.
It is a kojo opon kumeti na hwade we din.
Ne fenwi.
Where misinformation.
Yeah, kasa you are expert in chain akromfo e beche.
Wait, I think we need to sue the government.
Fake news.
Go away, fake news.
Wait, the bomb
I'm sorry, the German is abo.
Aha, etimba cho bia me ha German de no. Ne yese hobu no Kintampo South to say fa no. Kwame German de na hu no.
Me performance tracker.
Is not the same thing.
The same thing.
Then adia situation wo Kintampo South. The same thing.
Hey, not just say
our English am from.
Not don't patch and say English am from Okaswa.
The same thing
the same area no.
The same street lights.
The same weather no.
The same weather. The same annual.
Oh, Kintampo. Oh. Go say mananado. Go say mananado. I had
oh, fia bon.
Hey, nanado. Anybody me? Where friend dictator.
Obi yen ma menkan.
Oh yes.
O me de o ye me mekan. I'm not above the law.
Where dictator.
Piaga tie. O si Jimmy sir. NDC journalists at the end they will attack EC Jimmy for.
Yeah, that's it. See, where dictator. Where dictator performance tracker.
We move be hot now. I'm not doing one kwasum.
Because
piaga
tracker English am from the same thing.
Yeah.
And now so I call Kintampo and not sound.
Now piaga ya was saying it's na Kwame kan. Yet ya no mo katra say oko Kintampo South. Obi enam ho no o se dirty color. Obi so na menten o se tuntum. Anwa bi go baabi. Street light na ho no na say blue. Esoro ye white. Ghana flag etwamu. Car bi si baabi. Mass be ewanim enua won chen and they sent to English man from piaga ya na yete an mo Ghana ho ban o se ye nim nyansa
na omonim
yo nyansa
performance tracker ni mu a edoso yentimi bobo because bako omso opekuma
yeah
opekuma okaswa omso my street lights bako 200
street light bako 200 e
opekuma unbelievable
oh we dey achon performance tracker ndi anko yi we nkwa dey achon
I think kojo upon kuma shoe
na omdi we ni kan a cathedral ne kan
cathedral
achievement no
cathedral no man fan
oh that's a 400 million
okay me ko mu bebre mo
oh yes account because you 400 million cedis akom
Unim said do hospital, a district hospital.
Yeah.
Jomama see.
Yeah.
Say yomodia.
Oh, say no cry.
Fine.
In touch in grandpa. Mama come pay finance. Some say yomodia.
So I think Nanado and Baumi have done well, and I think I said yembo omabaso. Whoa, it's I said yembo omabaso because omaya de papa.
Yeah. Me patro over Facebook.
Sina bom kwesi swat.
My mom kwesi swat. Na kwam omuntie ensem no a
bom kwesi swat.
Kwam omuntie ye won keke omuntie ensem no a ewo kwesi swat nwum no. Me patro madam ma ye bo nwum kwesi ye bo nwum wi muntie ensem a ewo is so serious. Okay, oba na what's the situation anyhow uhunu niema. Let's do this. Let's do this. It's very important we do this because yan church the more will be in TSC. All right. Yanko. Come on, Daddy.
I know if it's fire who. What's for your brother? It's a mouth to me. Oh, man, you move by dead. Yeah, bravo, yeah, fefe. Nupe, no, my apabe. If you have Yama Yapabe, Papa was he council, he made the hell of a Jessica. Now I bear your I'm more bunny as he control me. We fit and quiet, say Coco. When I will better 7 years, I want to move. In my move for now, you pray. Dollar Baco, Sidi Timito, Drop Quiet Day, Davin Timito, Ready for Crasso, so I will Timito, Kakoya Baby, so boys was a Timito. Can you sell Pinamano? Kwesi, Kayara, Hunyumina, Shema, Kume, Mama, yeah. And your dog, Hunyum, Namito, Kwesi, Kayara, Hunyumina, Shema, Kume, Mama, da. You cut out the share, tell you, boy. Umbrella, so you bet you will serve a red. What do you do? What you do? Namune mabusia fu abeche. Ya kwano nya wose ye ganenye. Made kane ya wose kwada nusi ade. Enti wuro fise subuta no abubu. The belly fool where they kill you. So corruption and dirty games. And more fise emri kafo. Yeah. No say where you swap for. Who you can be needy and now what you for.
That's it live on Accra1005 FM. 2 minutes past the hour of 4. The Citizen Show and Wasugusu Uti Ma Minchia Mira Ohene. Mira Ohene or executive carpenter. Mira Ohene Uti me or executive carpenter. Me friend for myself friend Kapi. Na is Udru Amasamai and Pukwase on me Amasamai Meboa. Baby and na kufu so see affordable housing so yemfa single room share for me no sa stretch ne so Olympic Stadium no hono mo a ukọ wanim sa kwa no so be hunu se me wura badam mu by now ni radio no da Accra1005FM de enti owura ohene evo me chia pa menim se bibia be kama afen so na ya akwadu yadom oba ho fafo a ne tiko se obi anim krofrom ana obutu asante mantem ya chia yedru ho de ne a chia opem so preko peni ye boni din akwa ya ntoma ya kam se ene me cheska ye wi a ye ne mi wura baako ebedi enkomo ewo efie hanom ye Era Lawrence Lamte, political desk secretary, Ghana Elections Project. Yate se demonstrate chencheche bi ebe koso na so nim se ye de ade pa bia ye de ho tato ye beboa ama Ghana ya GS wo prekope enti ye bedi sa enkomo no ewo efie ha no but mami choska fa ufon se ya ene ye pese ye draw no ntem me pese e bia ye be close no be kasa fe na wo ye na ye tule nyim srawo ene may be your lucky day ene may be your lucky day ene may be your lucky day atoda bia o fa phone kra na bibia kasa na se okra wo ye nra wanya e bia ne na wo be anane na obenya na wagya phone ato etifa phone na dial *413# me chose kase sia e ba be gu phone so ye nya ntro na yetwa *413# na choose option 2 Accra1005FM what choose we okay it's a question bi obebi say bia no na wa answer I think back here 5 cities or so it means say am tire no ebia me tepe be 10 and 50 Ghana and I be 20 100 cities me yen say because o me rough for no say na be ya me numbers no be wuwum enti chances are that and there's a high probability say machine be me number na me so manya 2k no enti me sraw enya mo kwa na mo ye me so me ye bi and obedi bedi enti mo look sharp na ene yen so yen twi bi *413# *4 for phone say ya *413# na choose option 2 no na follow prompt no obedi bi okay yentie press conference organized by the Ghana Elections Project to announce a 5-day protest against Doomsaw and Doomsaw related politics way free Lawrence Lamte Tuesday April 90 and our this our press briefing is here. So now we can't just the controlling idea. Members of the Ghana Elections Project, partner organizations here in present, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. That is Satam no how are the current power outages recorded across the country affecting you, your businesses and loved ones? Your guess is as good as ours. We at the Ghana Elections Project, TGEP, understand the hurt and disappointment of Ghanaians in what is going on in the power sector since the start of this year. The magnanimity and generosity of Ghanaians have been taken for granted by this government because of its refusal to acknowledge and admit the challenges we are facing as a nation. So that is just the controlling idea. It's answer Trinianim Dahwa, your mon chain, Mira. But Mira, me just briefly, Yaba, Yebedi, Sa, and Komo Tell. Hello?
Mr. Oti.
Opinion at the same. Yay, Mahunu so when yaje, Mahunu so when yaje, Mahunu so when yaje. Now, send our good phone so 500 Ghana. Say, what is any try?
Oh, me try 35.
Wo, we is see for pa.
Oh,
How sell the 35 cities by 500 cities?
Mr. Say a damn one, a damn
More fire. And then I'll catch the Unianua, or Munchaya, a castle mucha.
Oh, me catch will be as a real. A real, see the
Okay. I mean, shall and me bacho, Unian Eddy, Unsu Ubetimi Eddy. For phone on a dial *413#. *413#. Ubedi say yes, they say anopakoko no. *413#. *413#. Now choose option 2. Option 2 near Accra1005FM. Na follow. Nia umbebi sa ni na to the end. Na ubedi. First Agbanato Ewaha or say hi. Hope you shouldn't be surprised because they behave just like they are simple. That is how they are. Don't you hear the way they talk? Samuel Macgiria. Nana, please check the Tema West constituency on the tracker. Saglemi affordable housing in. Hey! Kwame! Kwam, when kwa de sa research we mame. You see, Tema West, days. John Mahama sak would me ba cho mu tie me ofie no. Is it true? Say Saglemi housing their car performance tracker no. Me ba cho mumra Facebook na momwame. Okay. Mira Lawrence Lamte from Ghana Elections Project with ya. Mira, empomze.
Nyamia dom Kwame.
Ofre Kwame na se wa sam sebro. Kwame na we chi no. O de frɛ me
Kwabena. Yo, Kwabena.
Unse ahofefo ye ta wom Tuesday.
Kwame fo nso e won ofo.
Na bi ahofefo no ahofefo a ana yesan ana January bonds for no say you say prominent guys ba
yeah da nyame ase
unso de Kwame
me de Kwame
ka ho fa na to yen be fa na normal okay yanka jangum na yeme yenimre eye electricity sem ya dia e Hagana for e high empower because I say bit afrache me ni scan makoto generator na fan no kura mpo isisuo na o hyew dem ho na yedum nkania and it's been persistent to the extent say journalist Kwabena Minister of Energy no catch them say per timetable yen fa your timetable bra ne di kan edian ne pushi mu ana ebo mu chidom say mumfa sakratai emrabonten
yo openi medase na mechia yetifo nyina nia pushi yen ema yen bar out say ni say yen nyina ye hwe dum so yi a ekomo hu say eba na ekọ ufre onua wo Kumasi o say oh Kumasi de ne de enye kra ufro bi wo western region obeka che o say western de enkoyi nti bisa ye ho say adan afen so yen nua no so omo wo northern region especially upper west omo so face severe power outages. You see, Debbie, yen frɛ na yen bisa se aban no or ye bibi afa ho because recently sorry na adechi na ewia no mani ho so se a o hye no gwomu too much nti wankasa o feel ebi mu kra o ekon mu kra mu feel se o hye wom na dum so nso abeka ho afenso wakɔ adwuma wakoye adwuma saa bre wo kofi down wachi kofi wo kodu fi a yesi light ni ho nso a obeda so mu from 6 p.m. to 11 and now 1 and sana ye the light beba sometimes nso wo adwuma a obeye ye be hwe a wonim say bi mu nso ye adwuma nketenketen bi ti say hairdressing small ones no ye were major bigger ones but we no small ones no omu de no omu ye no I say hand to mouth omu ye adwuma kakra no omu nso dey support to omu workers ni nia odi shop no be si ho when say omu nyina kwa adwuma no omu nyina akotena o because dumso nso a omu nim timetable enti ukwa adwuma sometimes no o laborers no be betena o sa na omu kofie afi won na omu grind corn mill for he on be market or betena sesa sometimes light no be ba onim so oye adwuma obi adwuma hyemo obi abro she machine mo no na light no call off we nyina affect machines no wo be hwa nipa ntumi nkan but kohwe nipa omo TVs SSA because of this intermittent outages this dumso SSA in crofo fridges SSA omo TVs SSA omo radio sets because TV no say at once but won say na ehye ade bi wo mu ebe hye saa na TV na nkasa oso a time I say enfamba out no na TV no a delay and nyina ye consequences of outages are yen plan ye ebia ye ni sika ye betumi aka say ye nyina ye beto machine ebe ye step down send ebe ya ma light off na ebe gba so sa ansana ebe call off inti where your problems are ebi mu face na nia kire yen so kra ne say ukọ hospitals are ye share videos bia obe wo say hospitals nso aya wo nkola fresh babies na lights no lights are cut off parents no so ebi mu kro mu share machines mu there
was one video I may share ya doom light wo nyina na awofo ni nyina am say a children's ward na omafa entoma ni wa fa shirt afa ni wa fa skirt afa me bomba so bi amfa draw so there na omudi hu nkodan hu no areho children's ward
yen nyina ye wo ma
nkodan hu say
inti sa situation ni mu na wa bisa won say at the same time no minister bi ba wo ho ana omampani enana bi wo ho ana se ni nana bi hye ho a obema ya dum sa light no wo sa hospital no ana say obeye dum so no hu adwuma sesia but one funny thing is say most of them omo makro omo Ghana
okay
most of them ekoji ayarehwe outside into when nyina community say and ye Ghana for there ye na ye to aba ye nso na ye stress say aban bi mba so but ade na nye say aban bo na esre ye ntumi omo sre ye ntumi nso a ese say omo mbe som ye
okay
but aban ntumi ensom ye
me hwa mo kratai mo a mo de bible nten a mo kire say mo ma energy ministry ni ECG for aswa to say mo hia time schedule
yes
say na be beboa mo na yetimi aplan ye niema say na we dey kan cheche mo but you are aware say century ni bibisa ura na po say ankabeya on for a certain timetable emra bontin ni o ka chere ni say omo na esie say dum so hono no enti omo pa timetable no omo form the emra enti I am thinking say minister one sound that now we here
ye bisa niema miensa ba yen ko na poso
all right
me yi honorable nefri ho napo
me yi
honorable nefri ho because ne kasa no ono ankasa ye enche honorable o ye ayetu ya no obe kaya me hu video bi way back 2015 me hu napo wo hwe napo anima o de ye dum so demonstration enne yen taxes nti na fo ahyehye yen taxes ama wa fo ahyehye a wo na wo be ka kire yen say yen kofa yen timetable mbra enye in a humble manner but say ye to kasa ma obi uyi ye say journalist abisa wa journalist no obisa ma obia because mini wo nyina ntumi nkogina ho say yen bisa no question inti say journalist anya ne time abebisa wa sema nya botren enkasa nkire ne wanso u deny won say ade a e friend dum so kra no te bi da hu bi da but wow ye demonstration on dum so we demonstration on dum so until you will be the last person ye bisa wa sema obetutu nsema kire this government are the most highest beneficiary of the Doomsday demonstration in 2015-2016 because at that time no you're getting to the peak of an election inti omu take advantage eboa won pa no mu de nya to me because of that no, that then government the John Dramani Mahama's government no ebo ni homodin sa say obehwe all other solutions are odi beba se na be ya adum so ibe stop ube kai say ye the car power badges ne niema I would draw ebe support to Akosombo no, because at that time no Akosombo generating only between 400 to 600 megawatts air affecting because of that no, as I say yen call into dum so ye the timetable ba but yama history kakra no so start here in Kruma time nyina no na dum so kakra ho nti omo nyina ye bibi fa power generation ho omo yes ye buy in Fourth Republic Rollins around 98 Echo 99 mono you experiencing some form of doom so because of the shortage of Akosombo no eba down Kufo be realizing
I don't know about Nkrumah, but I know about Rollins,
yes, because yenyina na depending on the hydro
because Nkrumah time now there was this excess capacity because of
there was excess capacity, but they also had some power into some problems no I existed for a very long time. But now you depending on the hydro because you feel say it is the hydro never support you. But looking at the population increments no, to me depending on only hydro. Into 2001 no, or who say that the water levels of the Akosombo are down. Into my generational capacity no bad down, affecting the government no. Into around 2004, 2005 no, timetable ma dum so kakra. Ebe koye so start say to ebe to no na Akosombo rise kakra nti ma generation no eko enim but around 2007 2008 nso eba kakra na ye solve no atamos be assume power no na de no san tibat fam nti 2009 to 2011 no ye sanya the same problem power intermittent outages no ye sanya the same problem John Mama ewo ho no ono nso ye na dwen say okay if this is the problem ye nyina ya ho fiti the start of this republic, the Fourth Republic, bad this time no. And why don't we go into power purchase agreement? Yet another source of energy. Ye was solar or ye was thermal or ye were other energy sources. Into offer the thermal aspect, no say ye the power badges, be support to ye. Power badges so yen see power badge, yen see badge no, yen see no one day. It take more than 6 to 1 year. But omu endure that period no. Just to support the energy mix. Omo support to sa nyame anya dom John Mahama administration elusu but before ombe lusu no kra no ma solve the dom so into this government no there should be the last set of people omo be complaining about omo be very 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 incompetent about handling and I say ade ayajama ono omo be competent of handling it so be agile excess capacity senior government in 2017 say we now have excess capacity now you call more of budgets now here the use no because of that omube export to some of the power good for Ghana export to be but
honest of mo point no so
me can say so say government yi are benefited the more in the dumso generational capacity no inti se wa betu capacity da ayesa akola ya wona ya ja no property or misuse no ya ja property say you say be hwe so keke o sorry I na waton baako o sorry I na waton baako that is what this government is doing with our power generational capacity.
Okay, so thanks for the history there. Anna what say timetable no is just one leg the yes. 3 major legs more them kind of say more press briefing. So what are the other two briefly?
The other
now
two
into that demonstration about
the other 2 legs they say government a roadmap after the timetable no my roadmap say between any April and now between any November you be solve dom so no they should give us a definite timeline for solving dom so that is the second leg of the call. Your friend on say they should give us a definite timer you be solve dom so no then the third leg they say yen to dom so asikra yen pese yen hu dom so into government after giving us a definite leg no one my timetable e but timetable will be 3 months. Okay, and the 3 months no na ya solve dom so no. And ban say yeah ma timetable keke because my timetable la still we will experience the problem. Yeah, the another fourth leg and now me by many group tinas and I can say no, the other fourth leg they say hospitals should be excluded from the timetable. Baby biara yeah one major hospital and a clinic no, we should exclude those zones no from the timetable. Yes. Into yeah the hospitals account because ni pay dum so e kunipa.
Okay, and you know my council some ma abide no 2 weeks ultimatum.
Yes, the 2 weeks ultimatum is for Napo to come and apologize to Ghanaians.
Said then.
Kasa oni an kasa idea.
Oni
an kan ni enti o
patch on so.
There be the exam patch.
Ah, o be pass an kwaba. Obi a mo dey so mo.
Ah.
Enti what about the demonstration? Say be an fixed it and am hwe akudrum ri bi ansa na dum so demonstration no because ye nyina ye girem,
Yeah.
Ye nyina ye girem. Mo kasa na dwu kra ye nyina ene mo kwa girem. Because Jo Mahama bi betena so. Nkrofo bi nso ye demonstration ATI. Sabre ne ye nyina ho yirae. Enti ye kasa ATI nyeza. Ene ye gusu won kwa na obi nso aba. Na no nso dum so ne ye ko a ye nyina ye girem. Etwase ye demonstration. Fa ho nsam tudwa.
Enti ye be demonstration. Your demonstration, you know 5-day protest. 5-day protest. No?
Hey!
5 days.
5 days.
5 days.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Day 1 demonstration.
Day 1 demonstration. Day 2 demonstration.
Day
3 demonstration.
Day 4
demonstration. And at day 5 demonstration.
Hey, na pa mo day.
And you na pope. You identify all the institutions are powerful.
Okay.
Into identify ECG and PURC.
Okay.
Secondly, you identify Ministry of Energy.
Okay.
The thirdly, no, you identify Ministry of Finance.
More fire.
Because most of the things, no, are financial.
More fire.
Obi a generated data.
In fact, this one crowd financial.
Financial.
Ye sika emfuele. Ye generators.
Generators. And I ent to IPPs.
Yeah, I'm also told to say your generation is what from kakra. But largely, no. Of course, financial.
Financial.
IPPs. Ye domaka close to $2 billion. Until Nigerian gas and so I'm saying so financial.
Inti the third day no they call Ministry of Finance. Fourth day no they call the Flagstaff House.
Great. What do you call
they call it because I say kasa ni nyina no onti. Inti say wanti dia they call ni fie baby oti.
Oh,
say the obe hu ye.
Oh, there be amamo Ghana police. Nyatwom. Ombeka say security zone.
Security zone say ebi mutumi ye gina baby.
Ghana police.
And so mama engine baby. Na ene nkasa.
And me hu hia na mamu nwura mu da.
And
they forget you guys are fighting for the country.
You fit dey no na ye dey afa market.
Ni fie ni dey I doubt. Ombeka se honye ne official.
And your muncha ye baby a engine because ye Ghana for ye pese ye ni omampeni nkasa.
And to me suggest Flagstaff House.
Ni ho na me kire no.
I want to
Flagstaff House or few.
Make us see Nima.
Debbie, you yanko Nima. You Flagstaff House.
Flagstaff, they say you have access.
Oh, no,
I don't wait to my room. Oh, I know there's so my mom come over. I say in this guy in DC.
Nokre.
Dabi, na Flagstaff any.
Nokre. Nti we na yedi asise akwan asise
date be na modia to
from the 23rd to 27th.
23rd. Nti wo tie me a chroto honum ye call demonstration. We are not me Abia day 1 year kwa so that omde bayo mai. 23rd to 27th.
Yes.
23rd near da bay.
23rd by Tuesday.
Tuesday to
Saturday.
Yes. Okay, Tuesday you kwa demonstration away.
Tuesday you call PURC ni ACG.
PURC any UCG.
ECG.
Ana Wednesday
you call Ministry of Energy.
Thursday you kwa demonstration away.
You call Ministry of Finance Thursday.
Ana Friday
you call Flagstaff House.
Na Saturday you
call Malata.
No, the Flagstaff House so cry akokra hu hia me. Okay, so it's okay. It's when they bet me abo bi ni fancy.
Obi biara domso no e affect no.
Okay.
Onso ka ho.
Okay.
Domso e affect obiara. Into obiara ka ho.
All right. Well, last words.
Me can say Mr. Ghana for ye previous administration was no ye nyina ye boae e ma ye kasa saa ma government no find the innovative solution e ma ye nti we nso mu nyina mfa ma no be hye mu na omo nso ntumi e ma ye innovative solution to this domso problem.
Nidin the Lawrence Lamte, political desk secretary, Ghana elections project. Mira, there was to say and these are the kind of people we need to push the agenda of our country. Na you better watch it. Na me who say ufa phone me busika chede na na obo so your demonstration
yo
pesa wa hu enti wo fie lord is afa phone sika chede anyway yanko me cheska ne hello me run design pia na send abegu phone zo
budget 500
hi 500 aba me no one can me the 100 be see atwa na keep 400 e big 1000 una be die and na cry ma 2000 antifato so they start the classes here e dey na ka che onuanom no libi no labalaba more fire okay any ma me sign fan to the bm we fa phone say ya ene mama microphone discount bruta ene na nanka say dem sheda ba me say me sheda microphone discount and ma me transfer na me grant one minimum twa me ntesa ba ko no David me gina ha na ura ba me gina ha ye opposite eti star 413 hash for phone a dialysis here na choose the option 2 near Accra FM but your more Facebook mo betimi ayi because you don't know if today is your time yeah we nyina twa bi just say me de me ni bi da but me will hope say me di kwame say dem so we di bi da me will hope say be di inti me no me twa 50 ebu 100 ebu that minister kram ti me twa 10 adan me am mobile money phobia ho me twa 5 cities kra fa ho ben etu nso betimi atwa bi etu about star 413 hash o dial na watwen na fe what you see option 2 no e Accra FM enti e be a number of times obeto no me be on me to 10 which is 50 Ghana because back here 5 cities e be on so me to 20 me call more than 100 cities that because I don't know me SMD agent to home say bita frache but me say e bia next week me try boom uni me train sa much 100 million o me my imagine say me 2000 agumo my imagine say me 2000 agumo and me din so eti me srawa for phone is here star 413 hash choose the option 2 na follow the rest of the prompt. Hi Accra1005 FM citizen show near Medin na otuda Commander Boham baby I will be ye chiao ma yento ade kakra ye ba me read mo messages na ma send no afei nana poku listowell mira ofi hanu a ye ba be di enkomo ene onu nko na ye bono into you can imagine the kind of fire mira beto stay on.
So wo fese dey na o ka anya utumi luzu bibi nuti na Edu Motors ewo ho wo ka ye dada uni sika pudo adbeto foforo a ko Edu Motors ono be yen hyehyɛ ama o ka foforo Edu Motors inti truck ni taxi drivers bebre wo kroma omo ye car owners for driver's license 2 passport pictures and 2 guarantors omo ni wachi enko Edu Motors netu ya 10% of car na open bo why ye car owner wie ni aka no obetua no small Edu Motors dia ho to aba insurance no obetua ma free na se we engine no kra say a omo ba ko asem free to America ko ye head office e wo Kaswa Widiba Road Barrier Junction baby awo na ho a me pacho G number we ne frɛ ye betche Edu Motors branch e be wo no akwaje wo car
0591 780292 Ana 0591 780727
Edu Motors, your light has come.
He's able to deliver.
Tell your ministries worldwide. I sign friend of the Father's Family Church. One of the night of miracles and prophecies Ediaba and Sanctuary and Comshe. Theme Dasuni, God is able. Reverend Sumfianko, Awiye, Unyamidini Yan Sanctuary, and that from Kra, the country quite baby, baby, how many Padudwana, woman to quay, near our Katana Braboni and Koye Famano. What you to quay Echo America Memo, the Nana what they say, and they were what dear papa. A fee, the open promotion, a word you memo, input, woman list by Nani Dean Canon. nyankopɔn hyɛ ne die anuonyam ama yɛ promotu no wɔ adwuma mu obi nso yɛkyie ne kum wɔ bere na ɔnyɛ bɔne biara nanso no ɛberɛ a wɔte Reverend Somfianko nka pɛ onyame ayi ne kunu afiri ɔhaw a na ɔwɔ mu bra na wabrabɔ ɛnyɛ saa da kwasiada wei ɛne kwasiada biara 4 p.m. ɛwɔ Old Ashoman Coca-Cola Ablogye Ashoman Abukobi Kwan so frɛ 0240 5457 00 050 4678 868 and now Facebook ɛyɛ Reverend Somfianko osabɛka yɛn na wone yɛdi nkɔmmɔ hyɛ ne nsoro sɛ wo ba wode nsuo ɛne ɔyɛw ɛne bɛba Reverend Somfianko wonyame de woyɛ nsɛnkyerɛnne apa Suzuza
The incoming president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, flag bearer, Zima National Democratic Congress. Asozin Chiamo Bibiara, Orite Democrats. Seshara LKM Manigana Ma, Grata Shishene economy, water to our pants. In education system, I was say. Friends and family government are Kodo, the current administration in Ahocher, Mecha Hashepa, or Kodo, Eshepayin, Afraba, Obibiara, Asgana, yes. With the Ahochena Dos. You know, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say, our everything crap to Erica Bob, they have built Ghana together. As the Mauritius support in the campaign for 2024 election. JM 2024. As the Mauritius NDC good governance card in the good governance card. Yakada Edge was there support JM 2024 campaign. Good governance card. What did you do? And Mawusikanya Mawaho Zidibo Tuman. Now also Ajozi. One saw one pedal what your good governance card. When it's Sikaya 40 30 10 citizens so abotum abo short code *248* says hash now also ascend with it good governance card epede johnson support to JM 2024 abotum afra 0534 000 261 and 0531 033 503 and 050 982 3400 Christian internet to do www.ndcgoodgovernancecard.com Mayan Kambo they am build a Ghana together with John Dramani Mahama Nyamin Shra.
Say the Makohu Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. No, me who credit me. Say and Winti no mania award wa. A word bestie. Obian transit Emma Dumpemi at the Ekase and as a boya the encanon to them view.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. As son you want to say near Kuro Etuno, near Ankan Ewananum, Obana Bemo Power, and Yarwankaye.
Nancy Mamekase and the Spana Cod Ekayeno. Greenfield at Arumenti and was our Solejan and also APM.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultra modern laboratory. And a diagnostic machine, sir. I should show the Pediadi Mwankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Ewa Nungwa Dogon, Estate Junction, last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
I believe. Ebusia penny nana jiasa abebio asante bekwai abodom akwemuhene nana kweku ajay asokori odikro lawyer kwesi amofa ajeman ewo enkran yera kweku brefo dodo na friend kudi ewo tema Rex owusumafo dodo na friend Rex soma woyanyum tuni Reverend Isaac owusuansa ewo kumase yera osai tutu ewo UK orayre Mary kwachi ewo nsawam Yera kwesi osai bonsu eda KOB clothing ano ewo enkran Yera Isaac Buache aya fashion designer ewo enkran Yera entry rocks and stitches ewo enkran Ajua dai ewo enkran ene ekwo na adehye busia ewo asante bekwaya bodom ne asokorese yensi wo manfo nyina yie se ye mamme ya de nyina wo ba tampa wo ba ne no futabraba wo chensuo amana su ni penyina so oba penny grace doduwa ya dodoa na friend ogre wada ya wansori wonya mfrishia edioson enson ekwo na adehye busia ewo asante bekwai abodom ne asokorese sei ene ye nhihye no esi etie ebusia se ye nsiripe ya de maame oba penny grace doduwa betompem ofori so bosome no ne da etosodomiensa ewo mfie pino ene aduonu nan emu ewo the Page Event Center ya wo kaneshi malam kwantempo no so Sakaman Junction anop anɔpa nonsia ɛmɛgyamfoɔ ne wɔne ani abusua esum aba abɛhwɛ yɛ maame ani akyi na wasu yɛ maame burial ɛne memorial service no sei ɛna ɛbɛsi akɔnom April bosome no ne da ɛtɔ so dumiɛnsa ɛwɔ the Page Event Center yɛ ɛwɔ Kanehye Malam Kwantempɔ no so anɔpa nɔnwɔtwe na yɛde ɛyie no ahyehyɛ so yɛfiri hɔnom a yɛbɛpagya yɛ maame ɔbaa Penny Grace Dodoa yɛ adodoɔ na afrɛ no Ogre akɔ akɔpɛ no Krabio ɛwɔ Asante Bekwai asɔkɔre ebusua emusieye yɛfiri hɔnom a na yɛde yɛni akyerɛ mu wɔ nkrapomponi mantɛmo saa dana ɛwɔ the Page Event Center abra prɛmu atoɔ na yɛde ɛyie ho hyehyɛ ne aka nyinaa so yɛde atoa so adeɛ kye April bosome ne da ɛtɔ so dunai ɛwɔ afei mu yɛde na sosom bɛhyehyɛ so ɛwɔ Church of Christ asɔre a ɛwɔ Gbawe anɔpa nɔnwɔtwe yɛfi asɔre a yɛde ani kyerɛ mu Rex Owusumafo Yewura Rex Omafie house number 16 Show White Street Bowie Bank Quarters ne yakwa kosi nkonya aka ya no kakra ɛkoa na ade hye abusua yɛ wɔ Asante Bekwa abɔdɔm ne asɔkɔre se ɛyɛ wɔ ya na ɛyɛ nkogya ɛnɛ na adeɛ kɛseɛ odupɔnwo tutu na adeɛ twa yɛn soro mu ɛma ɔba Penny Grace Dodoa yɛ adodoɔ na afrɛ no Ogre waka nkyene egu abrɛ aduane si gya so ɛno nti wɔbɛsrɛ gyamfoɔ ne adɔfoɔ nyinaa sɛ wɔmmɛka abusua yi ho na yɛnkata yɛ maame akyi ma ne nyɛ fɛ ɛkoa na abusua se ɛyɛ yankeɛ bɛba o ɛno nti mommɛka yɛ ho ɛ na yɛnkata yɛ maame akyi fɛfɛɛfɛ yɛda mo ase.
Hey, madam, I didn't want to be tipa big beans no sir. Share, me more fraud or so. Obia je tipa big beans. I can near my home school. One pepe no. So person will move to any yet. Nay special. Share tipa big beans. So person will bread no a cow square. Share tipa big beans. So person will noodles no a testing so. Don't forget, tipa big beans can work the magic. What about kinky? The same decrement. No tipa big beans, no kinky, and don't forget the salad. Oh no, Bema salad and why is special? I like that one. Tipa baked beans. They are affordable so. School for restaurants. Ejumaya for traba for any joint beer Adrian power no. Move to me the tipa baked beans. Akamunyana home. Tipa baked beans dear. Minima busia ya jet mupa. We are liking it and we are enjoying it. Mo enjoy ya. One empire pa. E wo jaso any supermarket nyina mu. Dodo afre. 0203 403 400. Tipa big beans ana. It is difficult to resist. FDA. Aje jodi nkrato ya tum.
Accra FM 100.5. Accra FM 100.5.
Friend a food pump, a food pump so did me, and pass the other good no you.
All right, so that's it.
Okay, fruit pump.
8 minutes past the hour 4. Accra 100.5 FM. Citizen show na was so good so with you casa video so. Abe for quantum pono so ya bade mu Accra 100.5 FM over Facebook ni no benya hwe udru ho na waka wadwene. Na fin so wa press share button no amaye na poku list to well aginadwa watena se na mu memphas da kase any kind Emma Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic unti ana ene jumedi yede somwo yedomase ebru yedomasa ensa omobrai soja capsules no eboa na ose hanse libido nti atenka kofom no sraw wadru ana maboso no obi wo hon mo se o lose sperm count into onwoba bright soldier capsules wo de unimumpu no na eboa boys o nti kopebi na emoa papa pa ma hormonal balance yi pa na ne dem say omsanso the bright garlic plus capsules I don't know ema moja ni die fusani yi e wo nipa kwa anum product circulation of blood afei ne awuni di we ema appetite one support to immune system enti no yedura eboa koyade pa opebi atwa for any Little George Health Shop Tama Community 2 Rejones Pharmacy Kaneshie Overhead King's Walk Herbal Hallows Herbal or Kanshi Drag Lane a man from Pharmacy a man from Adenta Dodo Road Simon Herba wa Charlotte School Junction Nana Herba our Masaman Post Office Mr. Ubitimi Afro 0243 906 0261 651 898 with me from a man so with me a cop na mako check reproductive health to say awu amunya omedi huduma pa fibroid any menstrual disorders ahodo nyina omo ye nkrofo a omo ya pabene ewo mu na afin so eba wona ewo akwadamu ewo se ye twati ana se ye di bibi egu ye burudomu a me yi top chokwa na chese se me di se me yi wo mo they are second to none top choku was a choku lati na me may say omo chocolate spread na no ana me di gu burudomu na anopa wo di ansa no mako school because omo top choku drink no so honum no an so hia unya na odi agumu ate odi bi agubrodom na chese omo komani mu an sa me sro ko shop bia obegyan bi ato from 0243 033 033 na poku list wo babe kasa na ansa na no ma mini kan enchesikai because it was say yenua no mu a 18 wo fie no omo so enya bie unum se ne boys e wo ha mani abra ye ka omo fom fon no matwa bia nka onso be fa fon na wetwa bi sabi me na ada yenua no mu bia etwa yo mu die omo me yehunu enye se bia na ya omo twa no mu die e bia no wetwa no 2 times 3 times but ere no wedi wetwa ena e bia obedi na obejai who knows let's try this it could be your turn 2000 Ghana cedis there emodu sabi say 100 cedis kra na odi twa ana 150 no wanya 2000 obi kra mpo the 35 cedis 2000 cedis so who knows if 50 cedis now odi twa no be 2000 for phone says yeah dial *413# for phone dial *413#. What dial here we are choose option 2. Okay, ubi wa fe no dial afi na eba. Okay, so that's it. Choose option 2 Accra FM. And there be a number of times a ucha ba kwa 5 cities. Inti mimi send am kana meta twa 10 pa. That is 50 Ghana. Ucha 20 100. Or 10 cities at 2 or 5 cities at 1. They be all 5 cities no. And a machine no befa. Into *413# na wapeke sa. Yeba ni edinko mo sisi ya. Messages bibre enso aba ma many kan mo so tell. Because many list to chassis a mesia kwa hano na mache Lodina Sadik ewa hanom mahunu message Rosalind Atugbe say good evening. Lydia Akam say good afternoon. Piaga and Nkrofo Enyanu Baba Rufai and Enopa Wood Erichi also don't understand why Ghanaians need to get permit to demonstrate. That's one need police permit to be angry. Anyway, you should also understand that we have the Public Order Act and regulating so a bit so we should also understand. Ebenezer Mokto say Akufo-Addo and Gabi Ochre Dako will not allow you to do demonstration. Bet me. Okay, so I see messages. We said that people need to come out to expose them when no one is ready to talk. Those who don't reside there will believe it. Isaac Ofer, I say good. Paul Donat, I say I tell you. Okay, so I see a lot of messages there. A lot of messages. David Agbanyega, I say great morning from USA, Worcester, Massachusetts. Okay. Alhaji Asuma Zaid, I say no too. Isn't it an insult to the people of Kwabena, so where I hail from? Oh my God. Samuel Magjeria, Osanana, please check the Tema West constituency on the tracker. Saglemi affordable housing is in. Can you imagine? First tag Benetos, hi. Hope you shouldn't be surprised because they behave just like they're simple. That is how they are. Don't you hear the way they talk? Okay, so messages also Richard Deku, Osanana Kufia in Kingsley. Oh no, please, I cannot read this. Wemusubu Fupa OGS Zagi. Oh my God, Abbas Mubarak Abbas. Good evening, bro. I'm watching you live from Viadana, Italy. NPP and Baumia, never again. Tony and Tim Bisa was a MPP. Husseini Shadow was a whom MPP. And some of you are just like animals. You lack wisdom and common sense. You miss Nona Jenebra, Kojo Jerry. Piaga. Politics has blinded you, so you can't even admire wisdom. How much have you received after from this looting? Nothing, but you only insult to those fighting for you. Okay, I had a day messages ni be siansa. Messiamba. Na ya baby ready ni aka no meka mo say aha Accra 100.5 FM Jumedi bawa kwemu Mondays to Fridays Saturdays and so na ma ba betenem into what na say ese wo hia me anopa 6:30 to 10 as we share me now Saturday morning yes adwuma Nana Poku Listowell open one of the few people one of the one cry ama omeya nya kwan bono so ba se o man ni begina mi reika na minim se dan kwame bi se awrade mre no so na kokromoti a san ho bopa nye yitis kwafra mo anya nkropo no frɛ ne yɛda yɛbɛgum so tina nana mu nsie do a yɛbɛbu kompa hweachi na yakasɛ oh adwuma a ebinom yɛ yi ɛno na ne aso abai wura yi sɛ ono de obeto abana majo mahama wonim ni ntia wakasa me na no tuda konsentwere ni maso ensa me se metwa majo mahama wonti ase a no mogota mu nso e problem me nye weekly you know enti opanyi wa hanum a ye be kɔ the performance tracker no na ya hwɛ nkomo adi na ono nso so won nsɛm bi a wode beto dwa mira Ghana for the was
meje obi bia so Nana ho ye de
Nyankopɔn ye ne de na ka ba me ene kufuado ene metwe ache wo
tro ne se eno me enkan wo awdo wani ato
nipa so
nipa boni a ote yan soso
ni papa ba mpo na dance
mame enche tiefo pimpman kuma o maje bretie na awie awie nyimre na de di kan mame akonya ketua bi na mini kan na tiefo ase adofo a enene nansa na mawoda.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I think somebody will show Facebook. Yeah, I saw it.
Na mawoda na
happy belated.
Yeah, belated happy.
And just want to know
it could not have been happier and glorious without the many thousands of hundreds of thousands of well wishes from Facebook, Twitter.
I must start with show cry.
I'm say the kind of Twitter I friend X.
I must start with show.
Name whose X it was.
I'm saying new creating the X behind
and the many phone calls from Penny 4. I was flattered in a way. Sometimes now we expect to say the park CB or Maimu cry our listeners and now say be a more a follower. Now you get surprises from such big wigs.
It's very honorable.
I think so. I was say me dia ho brasie mu ni ani giem edani pana omo efrefre me ni omo send me text messages ni nyina se ni titiru ne omo amintimi mo mu din mpanifo akukudam edu ba bia
bonye
I don't have their permission.
No na me say etoda bia ba enye.
I think say if I ever have their permission I will do so. Free menshia baby bebre me do obi biase me da me ma me no mo a omo so omo ye me surprise ni nyina ase ene omo a omo so omo ba asori enene nansa ebe yi nyame aye no me do obi biase me most executives me asofo a omo bo mpaye ma me nyina me do bibiase elders ahodo Church of Pentecost for na make us say what to me asen say me da so ya
Pentecost.
Yes.
Okay.
Mo da mo do edi kire me da mo ase me do bibiase. I can't mention and single them out. Presby for Methodist for Obibia,
of course.
Me do bibiase.
Yemfa performance tracker na sha
Nana,
when you're phoning be ahead here.
You see, I will be very frank with you.
Me too.
I don't waste time to do such things.
Okay.
Yes. Mimi chini pa. On say Fridays normally we try entire management.
Yeah.
Myself and Kwabena bobie ansah, my brother, who made what he made on the birthday, no. Nyakopon emfa the born in nche no.
And orchestrate agenda bi na.
But higher kwa. Oh yeah, na 215 ti nyame fa the born nche no. Na unshira no. Amen.
Amen.
Ye taichini pa. Weekend see nin cry. We normally travel. We ene the entire one cry no. Mainly because of yenua Rexoma.
Okay.
Yenyina ye maame dodo a waka baabi a ama yen so no sinimu ate a yete ayi paso.
Okay.
We anadwi enya gro abusuan so no sinimu ate a ye kɔ akoye amamre ni amane na ekina ye de atoa so na kwasi adan so ye de atoa so ebia na mesa ba ho biem de but Mami fa kunya we sun kanche tie for say yenua Rexoma the leader of Arise Ghana ne ni Rexoma Abibaman ne Gamro Penny ni mami eka baby ni nyame adma china na ye koye yi na ye ni wo the page.
Okay.
Wo kwan we kanishi kwan ne so ho no.
Okay. Page ni BII. Okay.
Yeah.
Obron benzo.
Kwame page I think I'll find out.
Page it's like BII program.
It's an event center. It's an event center.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so who's the Kanishi?
Kanishi Kwine so.
Do you use Google you cry and also the page?
Yeah. Emrame soyi muna the idea to na nyo no ana yi onu nti na ne ye won kran enya za enka ye free kran ye de ani a kire baabi we go as far as beyond the borders of Ghana,
okay,
just to also sometimes check to know what is going on. For example, the last time we went to Burkina, we went to see that Nyoma experience is getting worse by the day. Ukra sikaka krebi o sisaga na scanner de ko Burkina skemna ukra na udi asefa no. The over to media to e Burkina no. Fani say what the tomo one bag wo Ghana, a bit me tomo bag me ensa.
Oh
yes, that's how it is. Like food is better in Burkina Faso, Togo. Say
your food inflation
Togo
29% or so.
The last time I go Togo, no, you said that's how Koya could do Ghana Togo border no, baby apono. Who say ships nina air kodoki, Togo, ponano.
I didn't
because we have mismanaged our ports and money nyakono. So bia beba be yin enyoma Ghana
over taxation
because the taxation no na krono tax force ahodo a omobo krono emo a me makokra me mo na ba wo mi awia mo no esem de kwa akocheche enkramofo ni nyina ma a discouraging for so be you omo Ghana hantie say no most of them are going to Togo. Enti echini papa enti I'm just trying to mean say ye namu and ye hu adwuma akufado aye bi and ye betina studio ha kan nanka omo texti enka ye nya so kade bia no ka ye nsem o ye studio ha kan we would have had people and come adwuma ne say mo meka emfa evidence metudwa say the list of wale kan oboa ana de bobie e kan oboa, but there has never been an occasion and somewhere idea 2 bedroom if I say Akufo-Addo sika waje nyina no, he has nothing to show. No, there has never been any your friend is saying evidence contradictory to the yen can he claims no. And I must be very candid with you. I haven't taken part of the very important time now me wanna me and your papa no to go and even look into the Omaye because I know for sure say it will be only baller.
Okay.
Baller. They will appropriate things that yet John Mahama there as their own. It will be there.
I'm just to say okay, my West.
Yeah.
You see, and I've not seen that. If we're doing that research, Oma capture Saglemi. Don't say that as part of the.
I'm saying they will do so.
But I'll be shocked.
And they do so not. You see, you'll be thinking, say, it is for the Ghanaian alone. No. They are doing so to also hypnotize for them to believe, say, they have done something.
Oh, okay. That's another angle.
It's another angle. We are criminals. I see a Kufado.
Very criminal minded.
I see a Kufado and I see the criminal that I always envisage. Say, so dan 1 2 pnumua obabe bue what two mpo be bueni. Now 1 2 pnumua. That's how I see him, and I see everyone around him. That criminal. That I always have in my imageries. What am I saying? And that is why I'm able to predict whatever they are able to even think of. Because you Messi Akufo-Addo you hear Kronfo now Messi Akufo-Addo it means say Kronfo no asan ne ho no what you say now they are scammers omo mentality no say ya de kan si chi kwan so be daada obi no eno an omo de aye aban we governance na anti propaganda nkwa say omo atimi aye adwuma bi a ese de John Mahama aye ba ko pekura na enka Ghana nke enya aso John Mahama na wono ada so daye no se bi a bosia ne yenkoje ne fama epoku ase interchange waso daye hu se no I will say interchange because you pay free flow of traffic na ho no ebo pe so enti no emma ka nko ka ma emma sa amafo hye omu petrol ewo one omu stationed at one point ewa Accra Kumasi highway so nti no yem pesika na yema free flow of traffic koso se na be ya obi ko Kumasi a contemporantem ebeba sa adwen no Akufo-Addo oni bi because adwen ni trimupo a odi ba be ye mampani no eye for ono ni na busua ne na yonkofo almost selfish gains.
But he will tell you say John Mahama person ye treat here or my 40 interchange.
No, you see, that is a language of a scammer.
Okay.
3-tier because John Mahama on Kasemeye project ebia Kaswa interchange na interchange no bridge no keke no there be John Mahama na adwen so chance
right.
Enti o Kaswa Kaswa interchange no opa fa Google na boshem Kaswa interchange John Mahama ubehu se school ka ho hospital ka ho market ka ho a friend saying lorry station ka ho ambulance station ka ho police station ka ho adwena da John Mahama team no da bia me ka say terabyte anya Akufo-Addo adwene bia we no me ka Pentium for no class or money me kon say it is too light and little than a Pentium.
But it's good you are answering to this.
Yes.
No question here deliberate because ebi mutu ekwabontin ko kase John Kaso be 3-tier. Yes, 40.
No,
it is these explanations.
Yes.
Who said 3-tier? No,
and yes, John Mahama, and yes, I will say bridge. And a John Mahama, dear no, na a coin a free pokwasi interchange, a tremwa call in Sawem Neka.
Yeah.
O man, no more discount.
They were in free
free pokwasi interchange, you call in Sawem no. Sa coin in a neck. Okay. O man,
no, another contract.
I will do another contract just so that they steal money.
It's not the same contractor.
No. It's another contractor.
Okay.
And no, you bet me about later.
All right.
But let us limit ourselves to
fire
the non-performance tracker. Tracker. You see, sometimes every word or everything has qualification. Ultimately, and untina, it's English language, no. Your free BB adjective, and your free BB adverb. Adjective qualify nouns, adverbs qualify verbs. Enunti se me kasa.
Okay.
Obi ubusa ne say asema list to okay. Qualify na. What the adverb and a because kasa a verb. I mean an action. Meboa.
Yes.
Now, almost a performance tracker. Meboa.
Yes.
Inti tracker. Etre performance aban way. What perform? Meboa.
Impuntu susudia.
Very good. Inti no. Mene omo ne Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia ekono bebre enya adwen. Because entokwa na amone ne ekon no ba bia modi afa no enye ho na wo sa wo de fa performance ewo ne positive and ne negative ewo two wings. Every performance say mibusa say how is your child performing in school? Or answer no could be either of two.
Yeah. Oh, and your crowd.
Ebano addition ko from.
Oh, they say I money super.
Or obeka se mebano wa bon.
Yeah.
Ana wa ben. Eno your performance.
What are you driving at?
I want to make a meaning out of why you think say at the mention of performance no just a why ade and all be ehun fo nyina kirawo. No,
to be to me a bon still be
performance no mean say there why ye say yo say nyo a performance.
Okay. Okay.
Enunti wo na wo assess aban no when there was a putu a verb or an adverb or an adjective that will best qualify whether Akufo-Addo has performed or has is performing or has performed or he has a quality performance and I say he has a non-quality performance.
Okay.
Enunti me hear no me who say I was say you did non performance no anim nti we no your friend non performance tracker.
Nti enye performance tracker.
No.
Ono the end the say non performance tracker.
What you say? Or better still, it sounds say wa bon ti no betimi atro abysmal performance tracker. Abysmal. Say ni ti eti wuye a modern bo tracker. Eti wuye modern bo tracker. Eti wuye modern bo tracker so no. E wo say hu say eyadakato a hwi enimu. Now, ye wo kwan a ye fa so assess aban se aban susu dua ban na ye mfa susu no se wa ya ade ana se wa anya ade. Ana otu etisa akola wo ko school ansa na obeko class 1 no ya trust class 1 ha ye be objectives ne say objectives ne say ansa na ube free term 1 akọ term 2 akọ term 3 no e wo se term 1 usua e kwan a ye fa so e ka 3 letter words we na uwie a we hu se ne yesi spell no uwie a we se hu se ne yesi tro no nti e 1 how to put an objective in perspective say ansa na mema ban Akufo-Addo aban no mewie mi mfie 9 no na e wo se metimi ateni A B C D E F G H na amfo tre ne nto aso a e wo se saa ban na masa so mu a me de kɔ mfie nwotwe no e wo se metimi eye from F to ebia Z. Now emaye nkwa akire yemfa omo ansem a omo de ba badwam say yemfa enye omo objective anu nti omo de ba abem mu de di kan Akufo-Addo say in the first 18 months of his government obesi suku adan mako 350 be pacho
secondary school
mesre say production moa na mo de say sa ensem a making no our voice uko Facebook a eda ho na mo more voice no ma tiefo ntie bi say say ene Akufo-Addo onye kwatere kwa o ka kire Ghana for say obefra ye ntoma na mo si me hu
that's right
okay ontimi si ba kumpo John Mahama I'm doing that vis-a-vis just a position with John Mahama and so some okay
no dey see so
o say me pese me si adan a yedi ko suku adan mako ahanu 200 as at the time all kono na watimi ashe bako 123 ase na as per the napo na nkasa kan na we 47 schools enti John Mahama ntimi anwie
we atene se free ho
atene se free ho
47
our commission ankola betimi akomu school mako aduanan enso enti say yes education krampo no ye limiting to the infrastructural deficit aban ebe hia ama ankola temi akọ second cycle school ebema famekwa school eye NDC for na edi animu ekuchiregu oman amemuo krata ye friend constitution mu education hono nko ano John Mahama na odi NDC anim eko akansie 2012 na breso 2016 4 years no even yet court cry free minus 8 months no cry free ma wo de entity ni nyina free mu kra wo de still ebeka 3 years 4 months within 3 years 4 months no watimi asi edan mako 47 Napona na mekan say NDC was saying it was more. Na posi derby it was only 47 pe. And John Mahama etimi wie ya otene se free. The rest no enyina akanse semu a enne me no ka say aban we so na kwadro ene kro no nti omuntimi nko. Nti se no nko ampo me de yesu dua a eche se John Mahama has outperformed Akufo-Addo. Now
me pato utie performance tracker ana mi wure chire mu na wafa John wafa ba me Akufo-Addo enti yendi na chi na yenti ase because we cannot just take this performance tracker on the abana keke ana no chire yen say ye wo indicators bi a ye de hwe ni wa perform eni ne wa faili na ode John Mahama eni Akufo-Addo mu eye mfato ana ne yedi kan ode humasua hyase ana wo chire say e best school sa MPP Akufo-Addo ba miaka so besi 350 secondary schools from scratch. Me no ka se obesi sen. But John Mahama no our ka so besi 200 no. We see 123 at various stages of completion. No wura na po na oye Minister of Education that time no. Kire say official document you hand over man no a onu betima certify ne kire say John Mahama every school no mako 47 and that is on record. Nti yen follow argument no. Na for adwen kire so bra Facebook mi renko
yo de to subiem John Mahama oni Professor Mills omun fie nwotwe a ombedi wo Ghana ha no still under education omun hu say enkwala ko school at the basic level no ewo enuase ana ebi mu so ko anopa ne awia na anopa ne awia no ama enkwala boko because we share na anopa osmekwa awia we share na awia so se anopa nam ko school mapon enunti ama adesua aba form enti John Mills and John Mahama si there bi e wo say eliminate sade ni free yesukuru krom ankra ha na e capital city o enso na akola ko school anopa ene awia
Kwabena example what na metie
enunti omudi si omani so say Omubema adanya wodua enkola ni hia. Eni akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ ahodoɔ a nkola ne hia a ebetumi abie suku ahodoɔ mu sɛdeɛ John Mahama promise 24-hour economy na almost any possible no. It is not possible because they don't have that brain. It's an IQ. If your IQ is like your friend is saying Pentium, I know crown almost is such a Pentium diskette, almost a diskette. Diskette. Why do you need a diskette? And no unti sa anyoman asi because etikesia area adwe. That's right. One way out in Chia because adwe emre there be etikesia no of kwan of faso ede adwe ehye ne dodom ebom. Anu nti omutimi yi sa suku a enkola kona no pani awia ni nyina afiri ho ni nyina it didn't just come by announcement. No. Osiadan ahodo e wo suku bia mu efa akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ kan ho make sure say sa schools and the tree no ebi ni ho biem. In fact, me ne wo ka say aban way because of the neglect womo adwea yo mo say nipa ani ni basic level ho nti no me ne wo ka say suku kura omo hia desk kura keke na o ma tro so ana o ma tena so aye anya adesua ene adekyerɛ no ebi ni ho nti no bebre sesi ame no ka say edan ni si ho but entabo a yebekwa akoma carpenter abobo ama omonya akonya atena so no ɛho ayena ama sesi no de ebe feed into secondary your friend is saying education no yenhwe ho edan ni foundation ye ɛna ɔmo so akɔ ma your friend is saying moja A2 ɔmo wabra ɔmo afiri prekope apo wonse nyansani bie no ofiri prekope epo ne sima moja ba se bio kakaye wa yekɔ ema doctor wo ye assessment no wi a ɔde ho enkrata aba begu anim na wabusa se dabe na benya ho a obeba ma yetimi ayi kakana wo sina kakana ye no no afiri ho yemfa prekope entu yense say constitution ne krampa ye o man na memu mra no e kire say yemfa abotre enwa entetia na yebehu ne nso no akufo do sanse na adwene swa na adwene no krampo no atentenhuo mu odu e chen no nti no oba ya no say we declare free SHS obi anko bi mi wa na dan ya ankora ne bekomu school no John Mahama asha asempo kra no emfie nwotwe ne yekomu ye wo mu yi wontimi nya dan enwie ye enka on de 350 no wonyai na nka John Mahama de no onto aso bepim ne esan say sebi oye kwatere kwanti no ntuma no wantimi anto ne din na amanfo so ekogi fraya ene aye yesosem yen free education na yenko health education no meja university ni nyina free because universities almost see University of Allied Sciences, University of Energy,
Natural Resources,
and University of
Mines and Technology.
Mines and Technology. We can come back to
University of Energy and Natural Resources.
Young core, a very important area, health.
Okay.
Performance, and yeah, no, any a cassette. I hate to say, Bema, who pay free in demos, hey, and me family rough. There be any sa na chese or Bema.
Okay.
Bema ne ne sebio ye hu ni tadua mu ba. What to ni din.
Okay.
Enya de obi awo a.
Yeah.
Ono ye krawa. Wo ntimi nwo na wakofa abanoma. No what to ni din. Te say Yakufado ni tadua ntimi nwo a. Ono obi asi university a o to ni din Apiamenka is weeping in his grave. Yes, lawyer will be weeping because lawyer is an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs, they invent. They don't allow for people to invent to name. No, they invent. Until me assure Apiamenka will never be happy. Pa Grant will never be happy. All these people are businessmen, and I think say businessmen they use acumen as son. Say no, let's create rather than to name. Until me assure say both people are weeping. Chike tell them there. Meaning say he before say obekɔ ne kreachi no na adwen no enhyɛ da nkoye sa nti bɔne a odi enti menya sure say he will be weeping in his grave because Akufo-Addo no ma yusu no and o madam pono na they say wakoda asamado. Now on health, this is a manner on who said Debbie, we are fond of using so many your friend is saying excuses to travel outside for healthcare, especially when will be a minister, will be away or area the next flight need not to so no call a flight about say ambulance that need them yema if we over no aba come for abrochiri brunia yade o to say the akwa na from be to toya na wa huhuru to say the enkola ehubalu kelofriata okay okoba ye no wa huhuru na from be kese na no aye totwe ni nyina ne say John Mahama say da bi e wo say yetimi build yen aye de na standard bia na ehia se fata say enu ntia wo say etu kwan no ye de basa hospitals nim. That's right. Enu nti ade a osi no Rage Hospital no equipments a ewo mu no is unprecedented na ebi ni Ghana ha. University of Ghana Medical Center equipments any edifice no na ebi ni Ghana ha.
Me really my marvel. It's such a great
me ano me ofa ko ho ma Nyankopon fa ne kransie me wura ho ada me wura ho no na me wura fi se me wo Ghana.
So enunti na minister kwada hodom no abro say ohia homeje no okay.
Yes o say ya fi ai afi na ponum nyina yare a
hoda ne hotel
say ye friends ye fa ho nya VVIP do mama sase da bi ye wo enwumakuo bi a omo ankasa betimi de omo balance sheet etimi aye something that is very innovative enunti me John Mahama maritime your friend is saying hospital me per se the marine sector of this country no omo atimi only hospital a ebema omo anya mfaso kane de to so biem ebema omo ankasa staff no omo yare a omo benya yare hwe abasahare so de to so biem wo mo a omo tete sampotemu ho a making the marine sector no ai wotema no ama omo so aye overburdened no omo so betimi anya ayarehwe any Ghana fo a sabio obi so betimi atu kwan anasa even non Ghanaians a omo ye residents in Ghana so betimi aye den akoho enti omo balance sheet so o enye se yakobo besia wo baabi a Ghana edi ba besi maritime hospital the your friend is saying Ghana Maritime Authority no and omo ankasa sika omo gigi free omo edwadi a omo die emu no John Mahama say sa mutimi nya sika say dia ene ya mumme nyina sa sika we so na ye ne bank ahodo enkasa na omo ma ye sika ye betimi dia si edan a ebe asupiti na yetimi enya yarehwe ama mo staff ene Ghana fo a omo tete ban mo ni omo fi achichi ni menchen ebetimi abaha abenya yarehwe enu nti omo ne bank ahodo eto kese se bosumi bia sika se ni yetimi nya free maritime authority enu nti yenyina so ne mo besia na mo ma yesika ne fancy hospital no hospital no crampo so yesi wi a ebetimi generate revenue sei adwen America na asemi no enye Akufo-Addo adwen ni bi ene da John Mahama tirim
adwen kese
adwen ne so because the hospital alone who see we are and Accra can pay for itself but eneme no ka say maritime hospital no Akufo-Addo no e sanse kro no ayo moment no they have gone there and they have started stealing.
Most of John Dramani Mahama now you know self-generating.
Yes. Obi e anso a o se Ghana Bank of Ghana mo so no mo what the capacity say o se mo so mutimi si hospital.
Yeah.
Because se me aban no se me ka se me fa bibia bo me boa. Me ni your friend is saying ahokeka ana say enyina so a eso a metimi dia ka se me sisi hospital o Ghana afana mu ababia. Enu nti no monya bibia ye frɛ no the bank hospital ene enu so mu gina so na om say okay Bank of Ghana a woman say ye nya profit. But under John Mahama no, for the first time in the history of Bank of Ghana, omunya mfaso kakraka
declare profit.
Emma any kwan say bank no mpo enimra mu no onya mfaso. But because of the innovation and I say innovative ideas how they call her no, Emma bank no totoye ene ne nhyehyeye omunya mfaso Emma omudibi esi the bank hospital.
Okrabane de waboka 62 billion.
Yes. Okwabrane no into just oppose the performance of that bank, the Bank of Ghana no, and Mahama. Now the Kototu Ekufuado de ho a ono no de wan si hospital
ono wan
tonsio wan pam wan no wan nya hwe wa say jaka ato Ghana for ho say Bank of Ghana atimi edeka 62 billion no yes e bro sa
but yes strength said only within one fiscal year.
With one fiscal year.
And it's 62 billion.
Yes.
Near cannot the
infant.
Yeah.
And say because performance tracker performance no and no need the make it
so almost say 111.
Yo, me pacho, meba ho.
Okay.
I know free wa osashe hospitals bi ase e wo rage. No see you said there be yeah over reliance on Kolebu. Obia yare pe ye fani ko Kolebu. Greater Accra no oni regional hospital.
Yeah.
Enu nti no e wo say we see regional hospital. Se ne be ya obi bia o region ni mu no ebenya sa hospital ne so faso. Na Kolebu eye teaching hospital. Enu no eye baabi a ye de kire emofra de anase wo mo mpese omo benya suahunu ewo eye apomuden ene ayarehwe mu enti eho de memfa sa hospital no enya te say regional hospital no me be see rich me no ka say rich hospital no we see phase 1 age bosia to ho for phase 2 Akufo-Addo no ba yi o ma phase kan akodi now directly opposite the rich hospital no Bank of Ghana ono se waboka opane ho a wo hu na sinim bank no ahwe sika ama se no bank no krampo no odeka ope ye friend say oje dama atusire no sa Bank of Ghana no ono atimi aboabo sika no Akufo-Addo ne chocho mucho ne increase kudonkuyas ne ya santoa one no edika subom bi wo ho a oye deputy governor ono ena adwumadie no esinisre so a omu si directly opposite hospital no se mehwe nipa yare eni baabi a edisika beto den na nyansa wo mu sika korabia eni baabi a ye beje ayarehwe so we nipa na wadwene yi adwuma na meka say Akufo-Addo abodam na say on timasia then I have a problem.
No, but no so mean my own.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
No.
Because
no, but you see in everything you should understand say Akufo-Addo no matter the excesses he is the president of the country.
But if your president is mad,
no, he's not mad. He's not proven to be mad. I mean, it's not fair. Please. No, me pacho.
How do you
certain things
you man no
me bisa questions. At this point you are the guest. You can. But the point I'm making is
question be now
before your question.
Listen,
before your question.
Me messa retract. No ma apologize. Pacho person buso asem. Usimi yi man no a asema me buso.
Ask me your question.
Question ne say. Me pacho Kwabena ote eye
Bonidin Kwabena
Debi Kwabena ote ekira he wo ko dankwa circle na
Kwabena
Debi Kwabena ote wona eya wasesa ball egu ni nchen na ukwa no osesa gata mu nsuo minim ni din
okay
ba bacho hu na ho frɛ ne san
oyo bodam for
why na catch us why bodam
bibi akyere so bodam for mo
na dey na Akufo-Addo ye chen akwa no catch me
na dey na Akufo-Addo che so abodam
ade na che so modam catch me sa nipa na wo hu no na doctor bi anka nche so abodam na wo so abodam no wo no Akufo-Addo what are you talking about?
I will not let you say
Akufo-Addo why na che so
Akufo-Addo abodam
you see Nipa miensa wo wiase.
Enyi nipa miensa. No, but if you understand, he's the president of the country. Before I obi discuss. Meba obi discuss. Akufo da bodam say. Abodam. Hello. Lista mama kuma kosro. Oh, I come to me Zakura mo fentia. Agronko. Na o se DNS here.
Oh, me and then is my nephew 1,000 cities.
Hi, that's your good photo. Me ba cho mu amuti mu ate. O se me so ene manya bi o na che se mi wura twa onya ye. Na na wo de se ne twa e.
25 cities.
Hey. Wo one people mu akon be here. Who was skills so that? 25 Ghana cities now they 1,000 cities. Ah, many are Jama. The can't see any Jessica 50 Ghana before. What we are not to be 50 be a best and their investment. None I can't be farmer bano. And now I be Crescano. Fashion go to me where you come. And then I catch you be on ye, then I catch them.
Oh, me done with them. I say,
okay. Yeah, that's it. And to be back out here, me, ye be senior list to me can't no funny phone. Such an honorable man. We'll wait to see for the formation character. Journalist, more Gozamu, Yamu Yena. My intimate far phone now. Only baby, I do near 2,000 and net dear. SMA check 2,000 and some materials. Last week, a card that may channel my time was swing because Yanyan in Temtimis Moon channel right now, not 2,000 and me go phone so over phone. Now what dialect *413#. But when it says here, no be 90,000, no. Ebi I na be 2,000. Eh, na dey madi. Na say wura wa bre no. But ubekomwa na okeka bomu 100 na wato 1,000 you take 100 free ma 900 profit. But of a phone is say here. Ene ye be 2,000 answer na sorry. *413#. *413#. *413#. Na choose option 2. Who choose option 2 ah? Now we follow the prompt. Out of matter, or say this type of antics make me laugh. Or 2, cut it out. You can be sarcastic to a point. Ayon Moro say, God bless you all for good work you are doing for Amagana. Abdul Amado, tell them the truth. Watching you from Hamburg. Lydia Akam, Listo, beg you join the NDC. We need you. Okay, Kennedy Ajete. Mom listo mom okasa okanadwin but so because the kufa da bodam there saying Kennedy Ajete, what's wrong with this MPP? What is the meaning of tracker? Vivian upon listo well. Famous Simas as Listowell is a matured politician. Francis Atachi Listowell, brilliant submission. Sunday ex-boy Nyabu, that is very true. Myself, I'm from Upper East Boltanga, but I stay at the Vrungo Central. I do go to Burkina, which is Pool, a small town you reach before moving to the capital. And can you imagine? I use 10 cities change into safer, bought fuel with that money and still to that. Okay, into or the 10 cities got to fuel Burkina. I had 10 cities. I ain't even talking.
10 cities
because liter cry about 14 cities.
Who bet me I could not pump 10 cities.
Liter cry 14, so it's not possible.
You be boama na baby I do bedroom.
Abbas Mohammed, more fire. We say Listo, more fire. Lydia Akam, great submission. Hey, Listo, it seems to be having a lot of okay, so more fans for Listo, more fans for Listo.
Now you see, Nano Tudakon make the same way without any shed of emotion. I just want us to just think through this.
Okay.
You see, my question about the madman is leading us to where you must be able to tell it in their faces when you see.
But not on this radio.
You see, you just allow me.
Okay.
Land, and when I land,
I've allowed you latitude.
It may even be your policy, say.
Okay.
And will be in Kano Krewaha. I would
be mean will be in Kano.
No, but that is the truth.
No, it's not the truth.
Because so what miss here
president about that.
What miss here will be in the medical report. Your family da. Now what me can say ni pay ni su ne ban was a baller. Edia kogu baby. asaga temunsuo ɛnom
sɛ sɛ mabɔdam
na o man pani de na odi hu ya so nipa na bodam enya ne su
ne ho ayɛ fi
Bible say na ku for the wadware ho ebi ana you are just being very physical.
No, I'm not being so.
Sure.
I'm not being so. The point I'm making
President
is you can validly state your point. But to say Sakufa da bodam maintain hama unka. That's the point I'm making.
Oh
no, but I've told you that is wrong.
You see,
Material says strong.
Yewo sisu dua ye de susu se obi adwene ye adwuma na se enye adwuma.
Ukraine medical report.
But them you now so abodam no. Ukraine medical report.
So who know who so abodam?
Na Akufo-Addo me hu na bodam ni straight. Enya wo de na make ho, enya wani na me de hwe. Ena enya wa adwen na me de adwen, ena enya wo tiri so ena se me kon so. Mimiti eni mani ni ma adwene no. Me hu Akufo-Addo because you see by their fruits you shall know them. So just opposite regional hospital no, a Greater Accra Regional Hospital no. Rich Hospital no. Abronsan tintin a wasie adan a osi Ghana mine no sika krabia no o mine nso so a ye de ka ye enya sika a wo se ye de kokra wo ye de ka ama sese no pensioner na ono tifie no aban krampo a ono ye gidi se aban de wo bo ne besia a obetua no under Akufo-Addo for the first time in the history of the world. I said, when me can ya na man for enfano. Like I wish they could understand what I mean. Because Akufo-Addo ne sasu ni wi ase. Yeni man pani bia na adwene nya adwuma say no. Your man pani a you can say all the ills about them. They can point out to positives. Akufo-Addo need any positive. Now, John Mahama at this Kanisi Hospital no. Now Akufo-Addo diskano AC sika krabia. Obi a oniska na wabi bank. Eti se obi a ehia no. Na wonam no akohu se ye ton safe. Unim safe sa da de na ye de da de bna ye na untimi pagya no ye diska shemu no. Uniska na unam kwanchen ya wo hu se safe si wo se hey ade we de me ko pesika akotobi na wako pesika na wo de akoto na ye de left apagya ade kro no e de sika so ehwi e de abasi ofie uniska wo ne ye de aba wo yire ba oba na yire busa wo se opani na we oh we eye sika dan ye diska dan e na shemu wo yire first question obe busa say na wo sika na wo di be shemu ne boy. It is only a madman that will build a Bank of Ghana edifice. Wabra wanisika. It is only a madman, and there are madmen.
This one I will not challenge you.
Yes.
on this.
It is only a madman. So you ought to have waited for me to land.
So
this is all I want to preach about the madness of Akufo-Addo. About them straight. Bio. Another scenario, and I'm sure this one will be very helpful. The one you saw on the street picking things up, Fabola no de akotwa, or fa we know the akotwa. The main reason why you are able to tell without a medical report so about damno is because it is not normal with a human being. Yeah, bringing channel.
We're deviated from the norm.
So, the previous status quo, now, Ghanaians were very critical about. Say, John Mahama, we're doing Kania. John Mahama, hey, Akufo-Addo to be coach now, say, John Mahama, or you're incompetent. But we have to make John Mahama, you're incompetent. It leads me to the energy sector. Performance.
No, but before you get to the energy sector, now you've given a myriad of Enyema Jomahama in the health center. Yes. But you got to just oppose it to Agenda 11 because then
the Agenda 111
track and so I'm also
Agenda 111. I'm not able to go there because you see, it takes us aback. Because if you look at what John Mahama was driving at with the Seria Hospital, the regional hospital for Ashanti region, with the Kumewu Hospital, with the Fomina Hospital, with the Afari 38 military hospital, 38, you know, I'm the tono because Ufi 37 a military hospital.
Yeah.
Now, 38, yeah, yeah. Akufo-Addo na can say, "Why you here?" Zamugaba.
Maxwell, I probably send a message.
Okay.
I say even I know too. Don't want list to well Nana Kusi Poku to say he's mad. Then he should say he's mentally unstable. Na difference here.
Okay.
I say, so, oh God, he's mad. I can say he's mentally unstable.
So, many Kwabena etu kwan eko Likpe Mati.
Yeah.
Na on our way.
Fakomini MP no.
Oh, more
ananyaho.
I think
Likpe.
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure about that Likpe because
in a voter region.
A voter region.
We have
Likpe. So
okay.
Then it could be that place. So you call hono unim. Na yenam kwanso ba no. Be drew baby. Em say hoye afajato or I don't know the constituency. They have one of the agenda 111 now.
Okay.
Is being built.
Okay.
Mind you, agenda 111 no. Omo per their parliamentary a year omo dia kon say they cannot even finish up to 20% within this period. And the rest of 30 no, it is into a foreseeable future. Which future no we are not able to tell. Now, dear omo yeso musi no, mene Kwabena ko ho no. Me ya say I have lost some pictures to the robbery. And now say to and kamedi another bakubia yekohu yen so be kirew. I would liken that to bibi to say Aswase market John Mahama esi.
Okay.
And no crown you see Aswase market superior in terms of its edifice look. What I say? And it's nothing to write home about. Here enumuja. They say Odi wano edon nwera. Ebi nwo. Isan say enwere no kasa wo ne ho. And I will say me we ade be chi na ni ho. Odi wano e na edo. Ebi nwo because one fra kotokro nko so na se. Entwa no ema ono so nka kire say unhu se kotokro me ho. Me so be sensan wo ho. Obi odon nwere bia no bebe fie no na ne ho atiti.
Okay.
Enti no it tells of how Akufo-Addo de no say ye de gunsani ani atoto de John Mahama eye ho a I will be insulting John Mahama.
When it's our comparison, look at the minty menu.
What I say, I'll be insulting
compare
him.
John Mahama's achievement
I have to say what kofa
and you're possible. What do you have age on Mama Abrani?
Oh, I mean, don't say you a baby, your friend. Yeah, your friend Asa. The name said your friend.
Asa,
yeah. I had to say Meku. I had to say,
I did the Akutuna. I know.
Oh, Asa.
Yeah, no,
very good. Yeah. Akufo-Addo no strategy ni nyina ye Asa. Asa no. Ne ho kete.
Yeah.
Ono no. On said anya dewu. Ba wo de to anum na wodi a. Okoto anka eye bunu na wo de onu hu nsuo no. Wa dwen be ye say anka na ede.
Ebi kura
what I say? So what the communication be to bedwam propaganda wo. Na o ye baller. Enti wa dwen be ye say aben wo ye ade. Conform nekohwe. I'm encouraging Ghanaians not to just look on the internet.
We can't do that comparison
and be deceived.
No, we can't do that.
Go to the field.
We can't do that.
Go to the field. Let them hold your hands. They have communication officers all around in every constituency. And that is how come I am using rather this model. I feel say it will give us a best, the best, and I mean the best of comparison.
Yeah.
Ma every constituency be a NDC ni our constituency officer. Dare them to show what they have done in that constituency by telling them what you have done and throwing the challenge. They can't show anything. They can't show 10% is even too much. They cannot show 10% of what the NDC under Mills Mahama Rawlings has done. If we are even to limit it to John Mahama, they can show 10%. 4 years in the hands of John Mahama and 8 years in the hands of Akufo-Addo. They cannot show 10% of what John Mahama has achieved in every constituency. So let's go to energy. Meanwhile, we had a president in Jerry John Rawlings, under whom we realize say Kania who here papa because Sabreno na akosombo na ye drew ne brem Ghana here enyam Kania because aban adwuma kuom ne nneoma chese utimi hu se ye dɔɔso anu nti ne ye be hia Kania ne bi aka ho.
Okay, send the organize or talk to you into. We have about 15 minutes to go. Yeah. And I'm also sure so be declare and send
I would want to limit to this.
Okay.
I would just
until
do
next time now. Okay,
yes.
So all right.
Now Jerry John Rawlings wanya hwe amfa nyinam Kania ho san say ebia ono an nim di ntia President Kofo eya no maka okobo mpae ampa eya na emaniwu, but that is true. But at the latter part of Namemu no okofa badges bi by
generators no,
but omo ye technically sound ema mi hu say enye ade a na ye di tu sabio emire kiresie ntimi mfa nko ahayo sanse enye ade aboba wo mu enu nti no oyeye but ankusiaga ohun saa no na odi na ni kire bui se na enkroma asodaye bi se e wo se ye bibi eja nchirima a ye frɛ ni bui enu nti ohyase se oye fufi anto ata odware abamu na ofiri abamu. Professor Mills no mba ye no omo hu nyansa e wo President Kufo ade ana wo yenim enu nti omo to aso ewie e ma bui eso baga na so fa so eya na nkofo nenam e na NDC omo ba bibini na se obi ye kro omo to aso NDC omo ntesa. They always better what they come to meet. And I can use the National Health Insurance, for example. President Kufo had a mutual health insurance. We didn't have a national health insurance. They made it national health insurance. And so they bettered it. And almost had them miraculous actually. President Kufo kono, ejeko ja NDCBB. Edenya, your friend National Youth Employment. Omoba no, na it didn't have job security. And untino, NDC for ba abemu no. NDC for say Professor Mills empam omo National Youth Employment no me MPP for no one fa NDC for Professor Mills say there be wo the DC krampo no tena ho e kakra meyiw wo MPP ni a wo Ghana ni na emom no de ye ne say ye de ko parliament ne yakoye mra beta akire se ne be ya wo ho na wo ye adwuma you know say ekina ban bi kura ba wo ntimi nyi wadi enu nti no ye free bibi job security de ko parliament. The NDC has always bettered what they come to meet. Adia ba ko pe and omo se da bi and omo nye na no so me ni omo ya adwene kopem se owura hakma wusu agyeman 2008 Auditor General's report ni di wom se wa bo man we kro no President Kufo tua ne ka for affordable housing March 2008 na wo senke yesi awie na ono ankasa ni paint eyeskelele paint yedi ko painti ho na da ne ho te yiraw when see and we because this can say what president di odi ye di what auditor general's report to nim crimes don't expire and send this about bem no say be prosecute your friend is saying papa uso ankom papa me pacho we dey fam manusi so ajiman papa ma feel dodo ma feel tina ma bodi ni oh hakmo uso ajimana oh what will happen is say obedi ncho e wo court because ye tua paint scam no where you expect is can this in for minus car ye tua ma hakmo uso ajiman awakodie e san fan konkosi affordable housing ana enu na here NDC for problem I don't know why because Professor Mills Adamfo and Elsa Fomafo and Hackman there Professor Mills Adamfo ene mu ne
father for
all ene Yakupon etu omo ka
Professor Nsunsu nim father for all.
You must not be a father for a thief na just say wo ya basebone enu na ma MPP for they have been emboldened to rip us off because they feel say after all they will sail through because they think the NDC will be doing father for all, but it will be in their dreams.
But I'm not sure it's ever happened, Bill.
It is in their dreams.
Let
them live. Let the MPP live in their fool's paradise.
Yeah. Father for all be anyhow.
Because Enka John Mahama no.
John Mahama can't try.
Enka ono na ne to besa.
John Mahama will not try that.
Enka John Mahama ne to besa.
He will not unschedule Bia.
Where John Mahama si there be Sekufo Rollins anye Kufo anye Professor Mills ena ose bibia ase ewo etuabo na eno no John Mahama ena oye hu nwuma ni bebrebe because at that time no ye nyina no truth be told ne yenim sene Professor Mills na ho kekate ena ose there be we cannot be flaring gas to destroy the ozone layer. Wabra, ye betimi e use gas no. When you say John Mahama in Sanu Juma Ghana gas, apart from say ye dey air pipe to generate power, e thermal plants ni mu no. Ye wadie bia e wo gas mu. The evaporation taking place when you are getting the gas processed no.
Okay.
Ye fra the chrono naphtha.
Okay.
Hwe oka etwitini mu na eseya aboa paponom naphtha aboa paponom omo ne nkofo bi wotema omo ene koto naphtha no naphtha na eye end product no was nke bia ye de come nkofo nom de aye sanitizer na omo de aye enku cosmetics for no emo ne nka ebia e wose ye ton ma omo na nke bia omo de aye sanioma no eno omo koto a omo ko fagu tanka mu a na omo de akọ filling station to ebia onipa kro no owo 5 your friend is saying tankers of petrol na wakoto naphtha no ne bo enye de ene bo fofofo na wakoto no be 80 pesos na odi akọ fra nti one tanker no na odi akofra ebia 2-3 tankers ti won se da bia okwa petrol no emu oha nti o car no ahoden na e wo se nka petrol no eko engine nim no efam ema nitimi ye no enya sa ahoden no
na ensa engine de
sanko for cars boni a ekoso no
ready boni ni
anu nti ene abo papon uhuna wanya ne ho twom wanya ne ho papa
sorry I know di John Mahama
say nu nti na
John Mahama so na mo adwuma o
da bi o dank wono no wani John Mahama atem ama obi a na adwene mu ha te se Farouk mu ne nam hoyi entie ankoye campaign ama ba omia na ye yi ni fra ban mu a ehenfa na won famfa onyamie ehenfa me famfa onyamie ekufa do bae no enen ko obi esi Ghana gas enen ko bae no sime sume ye Ghana cashew enen ko bono ni na half mantem na okoye cashew ho adwuma enen ko obi so nya adwuma ye ya enka Ghana ye mo na
okay list over to us so me catch you say me cheska briefly sorry me truncate na obi wa homa no so hello
hello
hello ya chere say o ye guy sika be ma o wo krachi ya wodam boko why dindi and hey
now system yawa last week with two best system nyamantunka
why now ka san crofo no ho
yeah last week no
o ka mo e frɛ me ho na me kofie nkrofo frɛ me sɛ ma anya draw no na ene
2 o'clock na upa ya force one na me
enti ene sika sɛ na abegu phone so
1000 Ghana
hey where the 1000 Ghana where the 1000 Ghana where the 1000 Ghana obin to be e dey na o ka kire no
menka kese to we start we can 3 times so
and wedi
me di 50 back 10,000 menu nke dem to
master freelance so na menye no fufuro so nya bi wedi miensa me pa chofa phone uwie ya na mi wura emfa yengi na onso dibi enti star 413 hash star 413 hash file phone ma me papa dial it na ubedi star 413 hash na choose option 2 Accra FM ne follow bibia be fine star 413 hash option 2 Accra FM na follow prompt no o fa phone na no wa dial it skebe go phone so star 413 hash option 2 listo
me di energy nisi no
yeah aka be 7 minutes
me di energy nisi no jo mama esan se onim asodi eda ne so se wo yema mpani nti o se dabi se me papa enya meja pade en kire se ma me mobra me jo mama me bobra na me ya dia ebe se na ho se dum so will be a thing of the past and so me jina parliament anim agina Ghana fo nyina anim aka kire mo se me papa sabi o we nya meja pade a na nche se ni kwan se mbobra me I will fix it and the tema plans on the bag Ghana jo mama car power a Mary your friend is saying AKSA and NG oil fired power then asogli say ni nyina odi aba amene ono a ne papa eja na japade no osade ekodum so eti we mienu no da bi o sa bodem ni na ote kwan chen no na da bia me kire wo say you don't have to go to get his medical report to tell it say he is mad. I didn't know papa bejo japade when he was in opposition and papa japade odi ja no all tonton no be ka kire mo say amobra ne ton japade so de kobobra na nka japade no ye bi ka ho wanya bi ama wase a emfa ho mo ne kro no jo mama ne mo di ja ni nyina wotimi be ka brofo kese excess capacity minti bi da ekufado brofo nanya omom ka brofo nyina na nka brofo nyina nka yenya broni bodamni ba broni bodamni watia no o we brofo a kire wa hwe abeka se akoe ne slang si de na so broni timi bodam broni ya o ka brofo a rich kontomre o timi bodam entinya brofo ka na chese obi ni nyansa na nya brofo ka na chese obi owonim de obi timi ka brofo a sebio emu odu a wa utimi se akoe na no ne brofo kasa dedede eso na adwene awu omo ta ka brofo pra de pa ye cocaine addicts usia no pa na no ne brofo akwa bi oninam alajo usia na osresreska otikam o efie wo bi otikam osresreska usia na no ne brofo be kan ya risk kontomro be ka che no wo krampo na wo osre uska no ntimi nkasa brofo no mi hu na mi say ado wonam ha ado enti medima no sie no
okay na fasi ma
me bo mi nua bi kokko me nua pani pa ono na ye trobo anam kan say trobu on trobu
say Moses anim constituency
yes NPP chairman hwe fraud na wo ye no
oye fraud
wa di fraud obi asa di fraud mi nua a di fraud nkofu obi me mpese me fa me phone kra omo se me frɛ no me frɛ froster
Okay.
Me nua ne de ne kra de na me nimu ansa na ekoso
constituency chairman.
But obusa me e na me ka kire ne se ono na esie se oye frima opare a ono na ye chief of staff ni nua ono na esie e na osaye constituency chairman MPP constituency chairman on yira nko ba bia on eya na ebinum di bone a na o mo refi se wo position na wo timu no ye de wato amansan ade ano
okay
eti wo eji se wewu ama yakosiewu e na wa yira efra asase a se bi atiase 40 suiso wo ji minua ni sika no Gideon onya kwasea osensan krata eto so we defraud no over 100,000
also o man asase a no man there
o say na omo ye program bi wo your friend is saying London UK
okay
and now no chei
okay
chei bafo nana chei bafo
okay
penio
chairman no
yes chairman trouble for MPP
oh
nani afi wo se omonfa omonkra tamra na be ya amomo na we de eye frima ene baumia enti bibia da din
and osan so ye constituency chairman de obeje
and I constituency chairman I'm say Gideon I mean what is life about we know about politics obi na so obeboa wo so hia mo ane dia why not because you will be grandpa oni di bia organ about oil connection man the connection timifa and now this kind of brew
for 2 minutes summarize
enti say sika na be hye woto
okay
me no me can wait to let people be aware because say wasaka say odin kofo ko Canada na nkofo di America yes kofo di America say ba wo mianu ko ye program bi wo Canada ne company no your friend White Oak Travel and Talk ewo achimo mile 7 ho baby
to be okọ bi enye
careful highway sport one side ho
okay White Oak Travel and Talk
minya wo ameyew eno ani madam ho so enti me ka amamafo ani ada ho na chei ba afo udwane nyame a wo hye na se sama 7 commander no ontimi mmoa wo opa wadamfo no opa police ontimi mmoa police onye judge sika na wawia na wadie no eno na broni friend fraud eno ntimi kirekire ma mo wahu se kopani sika ma no wo mo maka no kopa mu sika ma mo anya sa we kura de esua because mumu na mumma nipa nya din bone wo wiase unya tumi kakra na wodi sisi nkofo na usisi ananse a usisi wo ho
oh he cannot run away
enti no police report na yakwa na ya radio na signal ba na wako commander ho commander Fregidion etinifo na scan mi niye scan no niye we
okay
efutu be na chese from music mami now the mami
yeah fancy so
we there me ball koko
all right
fa o musica mom anyesa me the other further and better particulars ba betoa na wanim guase crew ama enwane obia ko hwehwe ska no na fa o ma de mom ne sa bawumia se bawumia na suma wa ko bawumia ho o ya na de bawumia picture se bawumia na suma wa ko ne ho na ko giska ne bra se frema na suma wa usu nua ba no no ko ne ho na ko giska
okay listo
enu ano no
ma me na wase
abo bi wo ho wo friend
me pa me pese me ye last draw enti me sromo we de me pese me twen na me ye last draw aka me 1 minute enti me mfa mo phone na ye try hwese ye betimi aye last draw na
enyumi a wo boy Bob Ko na oden ko kade aboa no onye efumponko aboa no onye efumponko
no dey osono enti me ba cho ma menye sadro star 413 hash for phone na did the last one me was last minute na me time na so news for na ready enti star 413 hash na choose option 2 me ba cho wa ma we dey enye me ye last draw ma enti but star 413 hash. Star 413 hash. Star 413 hash. Now choose option 2 Accra FM. Star 413 hash. Option 2. Akufa de bien sorry.
Abobi wo friend.
Oh, me adwin sorry yeah.
Ekupampo so didi mi a. Empasi adenkotin no yoku.
Hana me be my kwan near the Jumedi NSC making way for the news meeting the Nana Otu Dako. Nyankopon ya adwomu a wotena hia me anopa 6:30 Accra 100.5 FM. Wotena nopa ya the radio no morning show no eba be sumo. Star 413 hash option 2. I am out. Meet you to Dako. Bye bye.
Already I'm winning you.